Let me get my salute, everybody. Welcome to the Bronx Sports Jedi Network. We got the Yankees Watch Along program. I'm glad to have me here. The Yankees trying to wrap up the final game of the road trip tonight and stop a 4-game losing streak. Fortunately, the Yankees are after a beautiful 13-game winning streak. They right now are stumbling with a 4-game losing streak. We got Gerrit and it's September baseball. Welcome to September baseball tonight, and we'll have the first pitch, the matchups. And tonight I'll be joined by Z. I'm glad that he's here to join us and help me with the Watch Along program. Z, let me bring him in here. Let's let him say hello. Z, what's going on? What's up?
Hey, Kim, what's up? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, loud and clear, brother.
All right. How's it going? Must win tonight.
Eh, Must win tonight. I agree with you. It's September baseball. Welcome to September baseball.
Yep, where it matters, man. Separate the men from the boys. Separate the men from the boys. We got a big win, big game. We always want to end your West Coast road trip with a win, especially against you have your ace on the mound against that monster Shohei Ohtani and the Angels. Without Rendon, without Trout, they're hurt. Their big stars are not there other than Shohei. Got to win, and then we have a couple of games against Baltimore and the Rangers, and a couple of winnable games, a couple of winnable series, and we just go from there.
Right, and I got the Yankee lineup for tonight's. I'm going to read it off to you. Batting first, playing second base, is DJ LeMahieu. Batting second at first base, Anthony Rizzo. Batting third at right field, Aaron Judge. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Luke Voit. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Joey Gallo. Batting sixth in the rare sixth opportunity is your catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Batting seventh, playing third base, Rougned Odor. Gio Urshela is going to see a specialist on Friday when they get back to New York. Is to have an MRI on his shoulder. I'll get on his elbow. I'll get back to that there on his wrist, actually. And batting eighth, center fielder, Brett Gardner. Actually, eighth, Anthony Velasquez. Batting ninth is Brett Gardner, and pitching Gerrit Cole. So I want to touch back on. I'll give you the Angels lineup, so we're scoring it at home there. So then we'll talk about the Yankees news and notes there. Leading off for the Anaheim Angels, second baseman Fletcher. The designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani, who's in the lead of American League MVP with all those numbers and having a phenomenal year. Batting third, playing third base, Gosselin. Batting first, the fourth hitter, Walsh. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Upton. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Marsh. The catcher, Stats, batting eighth. Batting seventh, batting eighth, the right fielder, Adele. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Mayfield. Now, Zach, I don't know if you heard the news of the New York Yankees. Yeah, Al Jr., what's going on, man? I'm glad you're here. No, this is offense. What is this with this offense? Let's go Bombers. Yes. Yes, we should be scoring. Right. I know the lineups. You're not agreeing with the lineups there. Giancarlo Stanton has been sitting down with this game, but we shall see on that. And let me give you the injury reports, Zach. As you see, Gio Urshela is day to day with a left wrist soreness. He's gonna fly home, and when he gets home, he's gonna see a specialist for an MRI on his wrist in New York on September 2nd. What do you think? What's your thoughts on Gio, man? He's not having a good season.
Well, Gio, it's bound to happen with this team. We're always injured. It's just he's a slick fielder. He's always going to be a solid hitter. It's just baseball's a rhythm sport. You need at bats to have a success. Some guys need the 500 to 600 at bats to consistently to be consistent. And have your numbers. If you're in and out of the lineup all the time, you can't get into a rhythm. You can't start seeing pitches the right way. Your whole timing's off. Your plate discipline takes a hit. I hope he gets better. But in the meantime, we have Velasquez that stepped up. We have Tyler Wade who stepped up. Rougned Odor's played a good third base. We have guys that can step up, and that's the Yankees' calling card the past 5 years is depth. We're always going to be injured, so how do we bounce back from it? Just hope we can be healthy come postseason time.
Right, that's the most important. But when on news and notes, there was a roster move today. Remember, it's September 1st, and you're allowed to expand your rosters from 26 to 28. No longer like before in the past that you were able to expand a 40-man roster, but now you're able to expand a 28 roster. You've seen that they brought up Estevan Florial was recalled. and also Brooks Krisky from the minor leagues. I don't know why they didn't bring. Maybe Heal might come up for a start pretty soon in the near future, or even Abreu. It's weird that they didn't do that there. Certain moves are head scratchers, Alan was saying. Alan Jr. was saying, the lineup. It was with such an offense, and that's what they gave us. I agree with you on that, Alan Jr. Um, I understand giving Stanton the night off, but when you have, bring us if you brought in, you gotta try to utilize and score these games. You're still in striking distance, even though despite the fact that Tampa's been hot in the 8 games out, but it's just now it's the Yankees' turn to play the underbelly of the schedule, the soft part, and now Tampa, although Boston is not even challenging them, but they got their own COVID issues, and they just keep extending their lead. We're about to start the game. Zach, you want to key in on that real quick? What I just said, or any points on that?
No, it just comes down to for the lineup. You're gonna see stretches where Stanton's gonna have to sit out if you want him to be healthy come postseason time. It sucks. I'm not a fan of it. I was never a fan of getting Giancarlo, but if you want him healthy come postseason time, we've seen he's got to take some. You got to load manage him. I'm glad that Gary Sanchez isn't in the lineup just because I can't stand Gary Sanchez. But you trade that offense and you get a lot better defense, and you still have Judge, you still have LeMahieu, you still have Rizzo, you still have Velasquez who's hitting well. You have guys that are going to give good at bats. It's just the defensive upgrades that you get, and having this lineup, and you still have Luke Voigt. But will this defensive upgrades be enough to get us through this game? I think it will, because remember, Anaheim, the Angels are really ravaged by injury as well. Rendon and Trout ain't walking through that door. So Justin Upton's a key guy to watch out for in this game, because he can always hurt you. He's always been a really good baseball player throughout his whole career. So we'll see. Here's start the big game.
Here comes LeMahieu batting 266, 9 home runs, 52 RBIs. And the pitcher, here comes the pitch. Out there for a ball. Pitcher's Borky Norton is making his first major league career start. A left-hander. LeMahieu takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Just on the way on a 76-degree weather in California, and the pitch in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Afternoon game in Southern California, 7 o'clock here in the Eastern time. Thank you for joining me and Zach on the watch along. Here's the pitch. Foul out of place. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 80-mile-per-hour four-seamer. So quickly, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter, LeMahieu.
Starting pitcher looks about 13 years old.
Yeah, good point on that one. He's a
baby Tim Lincecum, just left-handed.
With long hair. He got the long flowing hair there.
He even has the really weird sort of delivery of a Tim Lincecum.
Wow, he just got a piece of it to stay alive. Yeah, he does have a resemblance of a younger, a little shorter of a Tim Lincecum, but he does have a little bit of resemblance.
Yep,
but
just left-handed, small guy, violent delivery.
Correct.
Yep. Geez, he looks about 12 years old. I'm getting old.
Guaranteed there's a little nerves in that young man.
Yep.
Going against the big bad Yankees, no matter what. Yankees are in their gold grays. California Angels, Anaheim Angels are in their white and red cap. And here's the pitch. Line for a base hit up the middle. So good start for LeMahieu. He sent it right back up the middle, leadoff hitter on. And here's Anthony Rizzo.
And that's exactly what you want there. You want a breaking ball, a hanger. If you don't have the power of a Judge or a Stanton, you're supposed to baseball 101. Send it right back where it came.
I agree with Alan there. The Rizzo, he's been on a tear in the last 6 games. I have his numbers for his last 6 games right here. It's going to be on the screen there. He's been on fire. He's becoming his normal self. What we expected when we traded for him when he first got here. But a left-handed batter, left-handed Rizzo. And here's the pitch, ground ball, a double play ball here. They get 1 back to first, double play. So the Yankees this has been a bugaboo with the Yankees lately. They've been grounding to a lot of double plays there. And now that he races the leadoff hitter and quickly two outs. Go ahead, Zach.
That's because they don't have. I told you last watch along we did. We've had some resemblance of small ball, but we need more like just fundamental baseball because this right there, he should have had a disciplined at bat, take a few pitches early in the game, no outs, got a runner on, swings at an early pitch, no plate discipline, double play, and that's where the lack of speed comes in to hurt this team. We don't have speedsters.
Yeah. Here's Aaron Judge batting 296, 29 home runs, 74 RBIs. Here's the first pitch, ball outside. Aaron Judge trying to put his name in that American League MVP talk with that numbers and had a phenomenal season so far. And of course, and we got the roll in motion with the double play ball. And here's the pitch in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Salute Allen Jr. He's my spirit animal with the anger.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to the big right-handed slugger. Here's the pitch. Line for a base hit to left field. Judge is on with a hit. So you should have had first and third. But that's baseball, Susan.
Should have had a good at bat from Rizzo. You never know. The bases could be loaded or a run could be home right now.
Right. He should have been more hesitant, especially a rookie pitcher with nerves. Should have waited taken a couple pitches. He is a good 2-strike hitter, Rizzo, by the way. But hey, it's the first inning.
And a rookie pitcher he doesn't have hard stuff. He's throwing 90, 91. He's got to live along out of on the corners to be able to get through this lineup. So one mistake and shit, it could be a 2-run ball game.
Here's Luke Voigt batting 257 with 8 home runs, 29 RBIs, a 779 RBS in 50 games. The big right-hander, and here's the pitch. Curveball missed, 1 ball, no strike.
And Bronx Jedi, I know it's early, but when he's obviously having trouble with his release point with his curveball, you need to take advantage of this. You need to any mistake, you need to mash.
Correct. And Voigt could smash it. Here, the run on first is Judge with a 2-out hit, and here's the one pitch. Wow. So it evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike to the big country right-hander, Luke Voigt. You see Giancarlo Stanton, not starting tonight. He started 26 of 28 games, including 13 straight. Jerome, my main man Jerome, the star of the program. What's going on, Jerome? Peralta, good morning. Good Thursday morning out there in the Philippines.
Salute, Jerome.
And here's the pitch to Voigt. Wow. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. It says Luke is back. Maybe this is what we need more of. Yeah, when interesting when we get back to the stadium, when we get the jumbo package or the goal line package that Voigt likes to call going forward, and see if the Yankees play it for a couple games in a row, because they're going to play Baltimore and they have an opportunity to really put some pressure on when they get back. But first, we have to take care of business to snap this streak in Anaheim with the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we know that Pokey Norton is a nibbler, living on the corners like you recall, Stack.
He has to. He doesn't have that electric fastball. So if he wants to be effective against a power hitting lineup, he can't miss, and he's got to have good stuff, good break on his off speed pitches.
So Judge the runner, he could run 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty about to throw. This ball is lined to right field, and it should stay in the ballpark. Makes the catch. He hit a line drive, but right to the right fielder. So for the Yankees, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. At the end of a half inning, Anaheim comes up to bat on the Bronx Sports Jedi Network. Zach, tell me what we saw there. Give us a little scouting report.
Well, as far as that last at bat's concerned, this is where I think a pitcher like this starter, this young man right here, is going to be more effective in today's league because they're used to 95 being a slow fastball. Nowadays 96, 97, 98 is starting with nasty stuff all the time. So you have a guy that plays on the corners, and that was a good pitch. Luke Voigt just got out to it. And since it wasn't thrown as hard, you ever heard the saying, the harder it comes in, the harder it goes out. Faster it comes in, faster it comes out. That wasn't that hard of a pitch. If that was 95, 96, that's a home run. Because he did make good contact, Allen Jr. That's what I'm saying. So since the dude doesn't throw that hard, pitching to contact, right there, that was an issue. But if you would have had more discipline at bat from Rizzo, that could have been a sacrifice fly. Instead of a double play ball, that was just, I don't know, no plate discipline. I don't know who keeps hiring these different hitting coaches. But it's simple. It's fundamental baseball. You got to be disciplined, selective, wait for a mistake with a guy that does not throw hard. You have to wait for a mistake and then mash it. You can't be swinging first pitch for a guy who's going to be a junk baller because he's not going to throw you something down the middle. He's not going to throw you something hard that you can handle. It's going to be slow. You got to take time, get your timing adjusted, and
Here,
they'll learn.
here's Cole. He's warming up. 24 starts, a record of 16-6, a 2.80 ERA in 148 innings, 32 walks, 200 strikeouts. He gave up 18 home runs. So he's our number one starter. I'm ready to stop a losing streak. And of course, he has 6 shutouts and 200 strikeouts. It's a good number. He has a great number at home, but he's here in Southern California, boy, ready to have his family in attendance. So he's going to be sharp and ready to go there. And that hit by Luke Boyd would have been a home run in Yankee Stadium, possibly, or to the wall, to the release warning track. But it was a line drive ball. Didn't have that much height, but it was a good hit. And here's the first pitch. Foul out of play. And here's Fletcher. Fletcher is batting 289 with 2 home runs, 42 RBIs, a 674 on base percentage. The right-hander, second baseman to the right-hander, Cole. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss for quickly 0-2.
Mr. Peralta in the chat with the stats and the facts.
There it is. That's how the Yankees won. Gerrit was pitching. Now we stop the winning streak with Cole. Absolutely. Yep.
You hope that's the case.
Oh, the Yankees are plus 2.2 and a half in Vegas. They're where's the ball outside the ball? They're favorite tonight. Big.
But like I said, you watch this dynamic. Gerrit Cole's a power pitcher with nasty stuff. So he throws something like that outside pitch was a good pitch, and Shohei gets a hold of it. That's out of the ballpark, no doubter.
And here's the difference. 1-2. Smith.
Sorry, Bronx.
No, that's okay.
The faster it comes in, the faster it goes out. And that's going to be prevalent today, in my opinion. I think it's going to be shown.
It's 2-2 pitch. Cole ready to deal. He's looking in. Get the sign. Here it comes. The 2-2 pitch. Chop. Cole got it himself. Field fires. 1 out.
Very nice play there because it's people don't understand how hard it is to be on the mound and make a play like that because your level is higher than everybody else. Your line of vision is a lot harder to make a play like that. And normally you put yourself at risk because if it hits off your glove, it's a base hit. Instead of letting the ball go past you, letting the shortstop get it. Here comes the monster.
Here comes Shohei Ohtani. He's batting 262, 42 home runs, 90 RBIs, and 987 on base percentage. Batting average wise is low, but everyone in the league is not hitting that high. But he has 42 home runs there. That's why it's going to be really interesting to see how the voters are going to vote for MVP, especially if Judge continues to pile on and continue to have good stats here. So the big lefty, Shohei, to Cole, he throws his first pitch, curveball in there for a strike.
I like that. Change the eye level, get him guessing. He was probably guessing fastball right there. Start the game. I like that. Now you hit him with the speed.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Shohei. Just missed outside. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Shohei Ohtani, a big left-handed batter from Japan.
Now watch the pitch inside. Watch the fastball is inside or a sinker away.
Cole looks the deal. Yoshioka gives the sign. Here comes the pitch. Just missed outside. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Shohei Ohtani. Thank you for joining me here in this early evening in the East Coast. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there in the West Coast as late afternoon day, and also in good morning in the morning in the Philippines and in Australia as well. I appreciate you guys listening to BX Sports Jedi Watch Along with myself and Zach.
Thanks for having me.
And here's the pitch to Shohei Ohtani, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you for the like there. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And Kev, right there is what you do with Shohei. Because you notice how he opens his whole entire body to get bat speed and uses torque. Every swing, it's almost like he's going into an open stance when he's finishing. So you throw hard stuff away and you keep it on the outer half because it's you even see the balls that he slices away for home runs. They're normally on the inside of the plate. He gets his hands out. So right there was really smart pitching by Gerrit Cole.
Here's Phil Gosson coming in here. third baseman. I'll give you his numbers. Here's the first pitch on the low for a ball. So Cole falls behind 0-1. You got Phil Gosselin batting .279, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs with a .715 on base percentage. Right-handed Gosselin, the third baseman. And here's the one pitch. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Kev, that stat is OPS, on base plus slugging percentage.
Yes.
So that's really low for your 3-hole hitter. I guess that's the modern baseball.
And here's the 1-1. Usually that's the number 2 hitter now. And here's the foul outside.
Normally your 3-hole hitter is your best hitter in the lineup. So no idea why they changed what worked for hundreds of years, but that's fine.
And the Yankees, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cole has the count there. Bottom of the first inning, just getting on the way on the road. Yankees trying to salvage the last game of the 3-game series in Anaheim. Here's the 1-2 pitch and final game of this long road trip. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-2. Wow, to play. Go ahead, Zach.
I'm not sure the splits of as far as Gerrit Cole's numbers when Higashioka is catching him as opposed to Sanchez, but they've got to be leaps and bounds better when Higashioka is catching him because he just calls a much better game. He's a smarter catcher, better defensive catcher, and that works with an ace like Cole.
1 ball, 2 strike count. The number 3 hitter just on the way, and here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We finished 1, Yankees and Angels, no score, top of the second inning. So explain to us this bottom of the first inning, what you see out of Cole. He looks sharp tonight.
Yeah, and he looks very sharp. He's got command. Early release of his breaking ball is very good. Early command of his fastball is excellent. I like how he's normally power pitchers, they use north and south. And what I mean by that is for the people that are watching is I know you understand this, Kevin, but for the people that are watching, you raise the eye level of a batter with a fastball in order to do the breaking ball low. He doesn't only do that. While he does that, he also does the old school way of east to west, east coast, west coast. So from left to right of the strike zone, not just up and down. He goes north, south, east, and west. And when you have stuff that dynamic and you use the whole strike zone, all 4 corners, and trust your scouting report, you're a dangerous pitcher. And I just feel like Higashioka knows the scouting reports better. He's a smarter defensive catcher. He knows his pitchers better than Gary Sanchez. So you see him dominate when Higashioka's on the mound.
And then coming to the bottom, when we get to the top of the second inning, you got 5, 6, and 7. You got Gallo, Higashioka, Odor, and anyone gets on, Velasquez.
And this is either going to be a really low-scoring affair or a blowout for us because we have so many power hitters with a junk baller. If they miss, if they make a mistake, we should be able to terrorize them. But with the low batting averages, the lack of fundamentals, this new wave of hitting and analytics, and it could end up being a really long night for us.
I think the 7, 8, and 9 hitter, they're gonna have a huge impact on this game. How
they show the best fundamentals.
Correct.
And they get on base, and then DJ LeMahieu, although he's having a down year, I think it's because of the whole lineup struggling for average and all that. But he's also
Gallo. Excuse me, real quick. Let me get the numbers. 203 batting average, 30 home runs, 66 RBIs, OBS of 816. The lefty Gallo, the lefty pitcher, is about to deal the first pitch. In there for a strike at the top of the upper inside corner.
Real quick to build off what you said, if those guys can get on base and be disciplined, DJ LeMahieu is still a monster with runners on base.
Right.
So, that's going to be big for this game, for this team.
And here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed versus left-hander. Gallo, big acquisition and a trading deadline from the Texas Rangers.
Big dude, but looks small next to Judge and Stanton.
Correct.
He's a big boy.
So, Norton, the big deal, here it comes. Popped up in the infield. on tough play, and he makes the catch. Boy, Fletcher did it and didn't look like a routine play. Had a little bit of a swirling action, but he retires the side. So he popped up to the second baseman, and here comes the catcher. It's a nice catcher, Kyle Higashioka. Here's Kyle in his 54 games. He's batting 184, 9 home runs, 22 RBI, 670 OPS. Now, Kyle can hit the home run and limited in 9 home runs in 54 games. He has power, but he's there for his defensive, the way he calls a good game, and the way he works with Cole.
And everything he gives you on offense is a bonus.
That's and here's the lefty dealing the righty. Go ahead, Zach. I apologize. The ball outside.
My fault. It was just all I was saying was that Higashioka is a traditional catcher, where as far as everything on the defensive side is the first priority, and he's great at it. Whatever he gives you on the offensive side is a plus.
Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Do it down low.
This is a big time inning. We can't give the young pitcher confidence and that he's mowing these hitters down. We can't let him get in a groove.
Ball outside. He threw the pitch, ball down, ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to count.
Can't let him get in a groove. Can't let him get settled. Can't let his confidence get up. You got to get to him early and often and rattle him.
Here's the pitch. This ball is line foul throughout the right field. So the count is two balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed catcher. Like you said, the confidence, the more innings this young man puts up there with zeros, the more confident he gets. So the Yankees need to attack, work the pitch count, and make this kid uncomfortable from the stretch, not the windup. And the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Foul out of play. Still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the lefty. Guaranteed after this inning, they will be checking his cap and him because he keeps grabbing his cap. But it's just out of habit. But you know, with the checking of Major League Baseball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Higashioka swings and a miss for the second out. So quickly 2 outs. That should bring up Rudnev or Door.
And that was a nice changeup. That was a nice place changed up. Kyle Higashioka didn't keep his head in. Again, with the fundamentals, you notice his head went straight out. Didn't keep eyes on the ball and suffered for it.
Right. It was a good pitch there, tailing away. And he just, like you said, dropped his head down and didn't. So you got to keep, when you swing, you have to keep your eye on the ball all the way through. And here's Rudnev Odor, batting 211, 15 home runs, 39 RBIs, a 655 OBS. And here's the pitch inside for a ball.
And for the young hitters that might be watching this, your follow through and your swing is just as important as starting the swing and finish it. It's a whole movement that has to be in sync.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rudnev Odor. Line foul. So it counts, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just in top of the second inning, no score in Anaheim. Yankees trying to salvage this final game of the road trip, and before they head home to Baltimore on Friday night. And after the Yankees had a 13-game winning streak, they're trying to snap a 4-game slide. And here's the pitch. Just missed.
Hitters count here. Power hitter. Rugi's due for one. Look for him to sit on a fastball and try to eject it into the right field seats.
Yep, 2 balls and 1 strike. He's in the side, and like you said, in the driver's seat to get something good to mash. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, not even close. 3 balls and a strike.
Where's Robert Parr? We need Robert Parr. Is he putting another in?
Robert Parr is in Jamaica right now.
Enjoying
his vacation. I'm celebrating his beautiful wife's birthday, and many blessings to her again for her birthday. And they're out there enjoying Jamaica.
Well, congratulations to Robert Parr and his wife.
Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Foul, actually. I didn't see the ball travel on the small monitor that I have here. So it's 3-2 count.
Went pretty hard down the first base line, foul.
Yeah, I'm using a small monitor, so forgive me if I call swing and a miss and the ball was hit, foul. So now I know how John Sterling feels.
Can't be as bad as Hernandez calling a game. Right.
So here's the 3-2 pitch. Here comes swing and a miss. Good stuff there. The inning retired.
Right
So
there.
Odor.
That should have been a
Wow.
single or something but again, his eye level was not his eye was not following the baseball.
Wow.
He swung out of his shoes. You can't always swing to hit home runs, and this is what happens. And then come postseason time, it's even more magnified. You can't just try to hit the ball a mile. You got to try to get on base, especially in a full count. Fight pitches off. Be pesky like a prime Brett Gardner. Pesky. Keep staying alive. Get a pitch to hit. Rake it out into the outfield. Get a base hit.
So at the end of that inning, no runs, no hits, no one left on. We go to the bottom of the second inning, no score. Wow, that's the thing. Well, they got to be. They have an opportunity to hit the ball here. This guy is not overpowering, but
Nope.
we shall see. We shall see the second time around the lineup if they make any adjustments, the proper adjustments, and see how they will attack here.
And also, real quick, while we're at a commercial break, salute to Derek Jeter. The 8th is his Hall of Fame enshrinement, and Mr. Walker, and the rest of that class. So well deserved. Congrats on becoming baseball immortality officially. Your names will live on forever in Cooperstown.
Right. And before we move on, I just want to plug my friend's program here. Nick's Real Talk will be on later this evening there. I'm, of course, here in the watch along, so I will not be there. So I'm at least coming after the game. And also my friends, a bunch of friends of mine that are starting at A to Z Media Network. Give them a try, subscribe, and hit the notifications when they come on. They're going to be back and better than ever, hopefully soon in the near future. And also my pals over there for the love of the game. So give them a shout out, hello to them, and quick thumbs up. And just like their good content, they're grinding, they're doing their thing, and salute to all them guys, all those content creators, friends of the show.
So, okay, Jared Walsh.
Here comes Walsh.
High OPS, even though he doesn't have as many at bats. So look out for this guy.
280 hitter, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Like you said, a 988 OPS. Left-handed batter, right-handed Cole. Pitching his second. Here's the pitch in the second inning. And that will be number 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Anaheim. The 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball, base hit up in between second and short, and he's trying to run it, trying to stretch it for a double, and it's a double for Gerrit Walsh.
And that's where, again, the lack of speed kills you on defense, because you have a ball that should have been a routine single, but there's no one out there that's very fast. Halftime, you got Judge playing center field, even though he's in right now, and Brett Gardner's lost a few steps.
And he hit it in between the gap between both.
Yep.
Both.
But normally you have a guy out there, like, for example, if we would have traded for a Starlin Marte, that ball would have been cut off and it would have been a single. Little things like that add up in baseball.
So a leadoff double. So now the Anaheim Angels trying to set something up in this inning. Here's Justin Upton. He's batting .213, 17 home runs, 41 RBIs, a .712 on base percentage. The right-handed Upton. And here's the pitch. Just missed for a ball.
And this is a veteran. This is probably the guy in the lineup, other than Shohei Ohtani, that you don't want to see in this situation with a runner on base, because he knows how to put a good at bat together. Been in the league a long time, had a lot of great years.
Justin Upton. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, just challenge him. Swing and a miss. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And right there's how you attack a veteran that used to be a big-time slugger that's a little bit past their prime. You challenge them. See what they got. See if they can catch up to that fastball. He had trouble right there, right down the middle. He had trouble, so we'll see.
Runner on second, leadoff double from Walsh. Upton the batter, and here comes the pitch. In there for a call strike. Umpire with a delayed call. Ball was right on the upper part of the plate.
I hate that. I hate when umpires take about 15 minutes to make a call. That's obviously a strike.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The right-handed Upton. Runner on second with a leadoff double. Here comes the pitch, and here deals. Foul out of play, so the count remains the same. 1-2 strikes.
I'm concerned about Gerrit Cole early with his breaking stuff. He's missing middle cut with a hanger. That slider had nothing to it, and it was right down the middle. That should have been ejected into center field, 450 plus. That
Yeah, I saw the
watch out for that
replay.
breaking ball early. He's got to get command of that really fast.
I saw the replay there. I saw that. I see what you mean. Put the Anaheim line up there.
But again, Upton, like we were talking about with the Yankees, didn't keep his head down, didn't stay disciplined. That's why that ball wasn't hitting the outfield at very least.
So it's 1-2 strike count. Upton, the number 5 hitter in the lineup. Right-hander. Call the right-handed delivery. He's looked the runner, and here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. High fastball. Challenges him.
You should do the voiceover for that whistle. If they lose that at Yankee Stadium, they need to have Bronx Sports Jedi do the whistle for it, for the strikeouts.
Here's Brandon Marsh, a.k.a. Teen Wolf.
He also guest appears on Duck Dynasty back in the day.
And part of the Blackburn clan from Colorado.
If you ever got traded to the Yankees, we wouldn't recognize him.
Oh, hell no. 23-year-old from Buford, Georgia. Second-round pick for the Anaheim Angels 2016. He's batting 275. And here's the pitch. I'll give you his full complimentary numbers. They called that a ball. It was the same exact pitch he called a strike earlier. I mean, let's be consistent, umpires. I mean, just let's give us some substance so we know what the strike zone.
That reminded me of a question. Next commercial break, I have a question for you, a topic I want to discuss.
Yes, sir. 1 ball, no strike to the lefty Marsh. And here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. LeMahieu fires in time. The other Walsh moves over to third. So Marsh is out 4-3 to the second baseman. Here's the catcher, Max Staddy. Max Staddy batting 275 with 11 home runs, 29 RBIs, and 834 in 58 games. So limited examples. It has to be the backup catcher for the Anaheim Angels. Or right-handed hitter. He has 11 home runs in limited time, so he does have some power. And here's the pitch from Cole. In there for a call strike. 89 miles per hour slider.
That at least it still didn't have the break that I would like, but at least it was down in the zone instead of middle cut.
Right. And it's dangerous there, yeah. So the right-handed catcher.
Look for a fastball up here.
A right-handed delivery pitcher, Cole. Here is the pitch. Up high. Good call. Just missed.
I say that because when your breaking ball is having trouble, even if it's on, you want to change the eye level and change where the hitter's going to expect the pitch to come, and then that's when you hit the breaking ball low and away or wherever the case may be.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on third. He lead off double, moved over on the ground ball from Marsh, and here's the pitch. Just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. So with 2 outs, you got runner on third.
Big pitch here.
Big pitch. Can Anaheim get that key 2-out hit against the Yankee ace? Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Just up high. Just missed it. He got it a couple of times, that pitch, but also he has called and he has missed it. So inconsistent call from the umpire in the high strike zone.
That wasn't on Higashioka, or that was on Higashioka, not the umpire, because he dropped the ball.
Okay.
It's hard for umpires to see it when it's dropped. You know what I mean?
3-1 pitch. They checked the swing. He swung. So the count is full. The umpire appealed. They said he swung at the ball, so it's a 3-2 count on a breaking ball. He didn't hold the swing. Normally, you got to be a star player to get that call most of the time. Let's see the look on the replay. And he did go. He went around.
Yep.
He broke the plane.
Yep. Good at bat here, though, making him throw a lot of pitches, high leverage, high stress pitches. Working a good count. No matter what, I like this catcher, Strassi from Anaheim.
So the 3-2 count on the Yankees ace. Run on third, and here it comes. Ground ball, chopped to short. Velasquez over, fires. Nice play by Rizzo. Makes the play. So the Yankees escape.
I'm so glad you said that because that was that as a person who played corner infield. If I wasn't pitching, I played third and first a lot. That play right there, going behind the runner going above your face and having to catch a ball. That's one of the hardest plays in as a first baseman you have to make.
Trust me, I know. I played first. Besides the ball in the dirt that went across and knowing
Yep.
when to get out of the way. So that was a nice play by Anthony Rizzo. That's one of the reasons why he's playing first base over Luke Voigt. No disrespect to Luke Voigt, a good hitter, but not the nowhere near fielder from Rizzo.
Luke
So
Voigt
that's
have tried to catch that out in front of the runner and tried to swipe tag him, and it would have been an infield single and an RBI.
right. So no runs, one hit, one man left on. At the end of two, no score. The Yankees come up to the third inning. They're gonna have 8-9 and back up to for the lineup. You got Velasquez, Brett Gardner, and DJ LeMahieu on the BX Sports Jedi Network. Thank you guys watch along. Thank you for joining myself and Zach. So right now the game is no score. They're gonna now is the time, and when LeMahieu comes up, it's gonna be the second time seeing this young pitcher, and let's see what adjustments both pitching staff and hitters gonna have attacking this softball.
Right now, it's simple for the Yankees: just plate discipline, better at bats, um, fundamental baseball, keeping your head down, watching the ball. I mean, it's simple things that can be tweaked for the Yankees. But the question I wanted to ask you is
Yes,
you brought up such a crucial thing in baseball for since the beginning of time is umpires calling a game consistently. How do you feel about next year? The Atlantic League's going to do it. Independent baseball is going to do it. The robotic strike zone. Because one thing that does provide is consistency, but it takes the human error element out of the game that makes it fun to watch. How do you feel about the possibility of that eventually going to the minor leagues and then to the major leagues?
like my thing is I want to see it how it's gonna work first in the minors because I don't want somebody throwing lollipops that is not hittable, and just because it lands in that box, like
Yep.
back in our if you're from the Northeast, the Bronx or New York or anything, we had something called pitching in. We would go against a brick wall, draw a box, a square, height wise, paint it with either spray paint or whatever, and you would just sometimes try to lollipop unhittable balls. If it hit the box, it's a strike. So I don't know how they're gonna adjust and if we don't want to see balls that are like impossible, like kind of like wiffle ball called strikes because it's an umpire because it's robotic or electronic. So we got to see how that works out. So here's Anthony Rizzo, the pride of Morris Park, Bronx, New York, the switch hitter. Here's the first pitch, ground ball up the middle, just got there to second baseman. One pitch, one out.
Right there's what you cannot do. You can't be swinging first pitch. I mean, I get it. You can try it. It was all right to do it once, but now they really have to and look for Brett Gardner to set the tone. Have a good at bat. See
I
pitches. Get to this kid.
Here's Gardner in 112 games, batting 213, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs. The veteran left-hander from the pride from South Carolina coming in.
He
Could
has a
be,
good
might be.
podcast, by the way. Brett Gardner has a good podcast to listen to.
Oh, I definitely have to check that out. Could be his final year in the majors or at least in the Yankee uniform. And here's the pitch. In there for a call strike, so he might be winding down his final September. He says he wants to stay as a Yankee or retire. He played all his career with one team, but we shall see if he has that itch. So it could be his final September in the big leagues. And here's the 0-1 pitch, ground ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think he's been a dependable guy in a Yankee uniform his whole career. They'll give him a chance to be a backup outfielder again one more year if he wants it. I think he's earned it.
1 ball, 1 strike, especially playing center field and this year the volume of center field that he's played and not shabby. 1 ball, 1 strike. In there for a ball, 2 balls and a
And
strike.
not to bring it to basketball, but like a Udonis Haslam type role. A guy who used to be a dependable role position on a team. That for the young guys to be a mentor who can still play.
2 balls and 1 strike. To the veteran Gardner, left-hander on left-hander action. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball. right to the first baseman. He hit it hard, but right to the first baseman to record the out. So 2 quick outs. You're scoring at home. It's 3-3, put out by the first baseman on the system. So 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup with DJ LeMahieu. Here.
Oh man. Yeah,
So
this
DJ
like this.
LeMahieu, he's 1 for 1 with a single. He led off the game. Good analogy to the Haslam. Salute to the Miami Heat.
A better one could have been CC at his later years, as a mentor for that pitching staff who could still get it done.
Right.
When we needed him.
First pitch is outside for a ball. So LeMahieu's 1-0 count. So look for LeMahieu to have a long at bat here.
This is the first time all game in so far 3 innings of work for the Yankee lineup that someone started out 2-0.
Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Yankees gonna have to show a little patience on this young left-hander, the soft, crappy left-handed pitcher.
And look at that, the first good at bat of the day.
2-0 count. DJ LeMahieu, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Just missed 3-0. So now he's making him work there. Add some more pitches to his pitch count. That's what we needed. Gardner and Velasquez should have done. I understand it's their first at bat. You see something soft that they might put a bat to it, but he's pitching to contact to his defense. So good strategy. And here's the 3-0 pitch. In there for, of course, strikes. 80 miles
and they're jumping out of their shoes to try to make that hard contact. They're not being disciplined.
It'll be interesting to see Jerome if they will give Gallo a day off, especially in the stadium. So it'd be 2 days off, come back to the stadium, and the ball 4, he walked them.
Go ahead, give him a day off. I'll drive him back to Texas myself, personally.
So DJ's on with 2-out walk, and that brings up Anthony Rizzo, one of the hottest hitters for the Yankees in the last 6 games, and put his numbers, trying to feel himself there. The big Paisan. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play. He swung at the first pitch there. So look for him to have a long at bat and work the count and see something better. So you got to understand why he swung. He's been coming in hot, but it's a left-handed young rookie. See some more pitches from the kid. Here's the first pitch. Call for a strike right in the outside corner. So 0-1 the count. You got LeMahieu at first with the 2-out walk. We got some Rizzo fans right behind. If you walk right behind him, you have some Cubs jerseys. So I'm pretty sure they're Rizzo fans with the Yankee hat. Rizzo's finally got some New York Yankee gloves. He got rid of the Chicago Cubs gloves he had. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line for base hit. They won't probably call it base hit. LeMahieu rounds second. Will they send him? No, they won't. They hold him there. So a long single for Rizzo. So you have first and third with 2 outs and Aaron Judge coming up. Nice. He pulled that pitch right by the first baseman. Good adjustment. Just burned the line when we call, like we say it in the schoolyard. You got your line burned. So what did you see on that at bat there, Zach? Just missed the glove out of the.
I saw what exactly should have happened in the first inning. Discipline. He followed the ball, even the pitch he took, followed it with his eyes, stayed disciplined, and it wasn't a home run, but he hit a rocket, and now ducks on the pond.
Here's Aaron Judge. He's 1 for 1,
like it's supposed to be, with no outs.
Up high for a ball. Right. I agree with that there, and especially in the first inning, they should have had, So now they're putting some pressure on. So in August, average 345 with 8 home runs, 26 RBIs for Aaron Judge. And here's the pitch, soft outside. He missed it. The umpire didn't call it a strike. Wow. No one wanted to find out where was that. Just missed. It just missed. But the pitcher wanted to ask him, kind of staring at the umpire, and made a gesture. Where was that? 2-0. The count to the big right-handed slugger. You got runner on first and third. LeMahieu's at third. Rizzo's on first. Yankees trying to do a 2-out rally here. And here's the pitch. Low. So quickly, 3-0 the count on Aaron Judge. Little concern for Joe Madden.
Always thought he was such an underrated manager.
I agree with that. I think he just went to the wrong organization, in my opinion. So 3-0 count as the chips on the background.
Look for
And
him to
here's the
walk.
3-0. He walked him.
That was the reason I was going to say, look, yep, he did. But the reason I say look for him to walk him is because Aaron Judge, I mean, there's no one more dangerous in the lineup than Aaron Judge. So you take your chances with the guy after him. Even though Luke Voigt, when he has the bat in his hands this season, when he's healthy, he's effective. It's just I'd rather face Luke Voigt than Aaron Judge because Aaron Judge is starting to put disciplined at bats together, as evidenced by the stats you showed for the month of August.
So we have now the bases loaded with 2 outs. Pitching coach came out to talk. We got Blue Void coming up. My question is to the chat, especially to Jerome Peralta, who's on fire with his prediction. Do the Yankees get a 2-out key hit and score a run here? I would like to hear what Jerome has to say, or Alan, if he's still with us in the program, or anyone that's listening out there that are joining us. Do the Yankees score with these 2 outs? Do they get that big 2-run hit there? What's your gut feeling? I think Voigt is going to come up with a double here. I think he's going to put bat on ball, and I think remember he lined hard to the right fielder. Here's Voigt. He has a career batting average with the bases loaded 390 with 1 grand slam. Here's the pitch, and here's a ball up the middle, base hit, and here comes the merry-go-round. LeMahieu scores. Rizzo scores. Yankees take a 2-0 lead on an RBI single by Luke Voigt.
And Bronx, what did I say? Didn't I say disciplined at bats, not trying to kill the baseball, take it what the pitcher gives you? And it's amazing what happens when they do fundamental things that baseball has taught them for the last 20 years of every one of their lives, at least. Not that hard. Plate discipline, good at bats, and look what happened.
He served it back up the middle, ball outside of the plate, outside, and he just lined it right back and hit it ricocheted off the pitcher's mound and just ran right out to the outfield. No way, even if it didn't hit, it was going all the way as a hit. So Yankees up 2-0, wanting more with Joey Gallo, who popped up to second his last time up. Joey Gallo lefty on lefty. And here's the deal. Swing and a miss outside. So the walk to Judge, pitching around and backfire. That's what good hitting. If you keep extending this lineup, and you gotta be, like you said, patient, good at bats. This is the result, because now you start seeing better pitches for hitters and extending, and you keep it moving when they keep hitting those key 2-out hits. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called a strike. The umpire is very inconsistent with that high pitch. So it's 1 ball, 0-2 count. Wow, that was a really tough pitch for Gallo to be called a strike.
Maybe this is Hernandez umpiring.
You know what? I didn't get umpiring scouting report. So 0-2 the count. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. This ball's popped up. This should end the inning. And he makes the catch for the final out. So Gallo has popped up twice to the second baseman. So after that, the Yankees have 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, left 2 on base. So they take a 2-0 lead. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We finally broke through on the softball pitcher. We get some runs. Like after the first 2 quick outs, the Yankees show discipline, the walk, the hits, and they capitalize with some key 2-out hits. If you're going to be a winning team in September going into October, you got to get those key 2-out hits, Zach.
Yep. And, I don't want to sound like I'm an Angels fan when I say this, because I'm a diehard Yankees fan, but I'm proud of the way that pitcher battled. He's a young guy. It's just discipline, and they got to him. And now you give a 2-run cushion to Gerrit Cole, one of the best pitchers in baseball, going in a seasoned vet. Even though he's young, he's been in huge games with Houston and with us. He should make mincemeat of this lineup now and teach the young guy some things. So giving Gerrit Cole a 2-run cushion against the young boy and the injury-riddled lineup of the Angels should be a good game for Yankee fans.
Yeah, Jerome. Now that the Yankees extended their roster, you might see Garner might sit a little more. Maybe they want to preserve him for now, the push for October, because unfortunately, I think he will be playing October baseball. Now
Right.
that you have Esteban Folia was brought up to play center field and preserve, the 37-year-old body there. So we look for that. And like you said, maybe they might play Voit, especially if Giancarlo Stanton continues to put up those numbers, and just while playing the field, you gotta continue working where it goes to. Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on that for this upcoming last month of the season. With that, and Cole's ready to pitch his third inning. So it's 2-4-0 for the Yankees and Anaheim 0-1. And here comes the third, and here comes Adele. Joe Adele takes a ball up high. Adele batting 216, one home run, 18 RBIs, a 589 on base percentage in 26 games. So he must have been just called up recently. Not much sample size there for the young right-hander. Here's the pitch. Where was that? Wow, 2-0. So the umpire's having a really tough balls and strikes. He doesn't know what to call the high, the lows. I mean, wow, that was a questionable call there. So it's 2 balls and no strikes, and here's the pitch in there for ball 3. So it kind of rattled a little bit Cole, but he needs to recoup. 3-0 count. Adele looks like he could run. A thin guy looks like he could run pretty fast. And here's the 3-0. We don't want to put him on base. In there for a call strike. Although I should wait to make sure. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike on the right-hander Adele. Right-hander pitching Cole. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count runs full. 3-2. Good battle back from Cole. Back to make it a 3-2 count. Cole at 34 pitches so far. And here's the pitch. Ball foul straight back. It still remains full 3-2. So the Yankees up 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, they just scored 2 runs last inning, all on a 2-out rally, and pouring 2-out hit by Luke Voit, scored in 2 runs on an RBI single. So it's 3-2 count. Cole is about to throw his 37th pitch, and here it comes. Foul out of play. Good at bat by Joe, hanging in there, fouling pitches off. Only concern, the pitch count. But Cole is the ace, the bulldog. You've seen him go 115 pitches a few times this season. So here's the pitch. Ground ball to Rudnev Odor fields. Fires in time. Got the speedy runner. So you score that to the third baseman. 5-3 on the putout. Here comes the number 9 hitter, Jack Mayfield, for shortstop. Mayfield, also a right-handed hitter. He's batting 214, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs, a 688 OBS. So that good at bat for coming back and getting Joe Adele there, Zach.
Yep. And I just feel like it's just the experience prevails. Cole.
Here's the pitch. In there for a call strike. Quickly 0-1.
And don't expect to see Gerrit Cole to have too many issues with this lineup if he executes. And then now that you have a 2-run cushion, you don't have to pitch around Ohtani. I thought some of this game was going to be him pitching around Shohei, because that's pretty much the only damage threat in the lineup. But now that you got a 2-run lead, there's an old saying in baseball: solo home runs don't kill you.
Right, and the ball's outside, so the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Cole's about to pitch the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. In there for a call strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And like you said, the bottom of the lineup, not that much 4 beaters in RB in average and so forth. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh man.
2 outs. And now the top of the lineup comes in. So now they're going to see Cole for a second time. Now we should see the adjustments that the pitching staff, like Blake, Kyle Higashioka, and Cole, how they want to execute the second time around with these Anaheim hitters. And here's Fletcher. He was 0 for 1, grounded out in the first. And here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Bouncing breaking ball, 2-0. It looks like a nice afternoon in California. Not too much humidity. So 2-0 count. Here it comes. Straight foul out of place. Challenge him with a fastball at 98 miles an hour. Fouled it off. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Yankees up 2-0. Bottom of the third inning. The first 2 are out on the Anaheim. Bottom of the third. So there's 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Cole. He's ready to deliver. Here it comes. Foul out of place. So it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. Yankees up 2-0. All twos are all over the place here.
Thank God it's not 2 on, 2 out.
No, that's
2-2.
true. That's the only thing we're missing, but we don't want that. So the Yankee ace, ready to deliver, shakes off Carhill Kyoka a couple times, and he's ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Wow, just got a piece of it, a high fastball.
Good job to fight
Fouled
that
away.
off there.
It was 100
Stick
mile
your hands
power
out
high
there.
fastball. Very good. Good point there, Zach.
A lot of times when you do that, you end up ejecting it into right field for a base hit just because of how fast the fastball was thrown.
And that's where he was shooting it. He was shooting it to right field just with that late swing. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Wow, again. Spoiled that breaking a slider at 89
Good at
miles
bat
an
here,
hour.
making Gerrit pitch count rise. Seeing pitches. I like it. Staying alive. You know, I am a Yankees fan, but I'm also a baseball fan. I like to see good at bats.
Especially if Fletcher could get on with a 2-out noise to bring up Shohei Ohtani. So that's what he's trying to do there. Good to have that kind of contact hitter in front of us. That's the impact of a Shohei Ohtani in the lineup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This ball is up in the air, looped, and would stay down and base hit and looped in for a single. So a 2-out hit for Fletcher. He fought off. He battled. He fought off. He fouled. He battled. And he's got a bloop hit to bring up Ohtani, a potential tying run to the plate this early in the game.
Yeah, that was impressive.
He just put bat on ball, a breaking ball, a slider, and he just flipped it. He just flipped it and dunked it in.
And it doesn't matter how effective the pitcher is. The more pitches you see in an at bat, the easier it becomes to hit.
And here's Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 1 with a strikeout his first time at bat. The leading candidate of MVP for the American League at 42 home runs, 90 RBIs, and 895 OBS. A 264 hitter from the left side, left-hander. Here's Cole, the right-handed, ready to deal. Here it comes. Up high, fastball, misses for a ball. He threw it up high. Maybe it's get him off the plate, and then to feel uncomfortable. Maybe he's too comfortable in that batter's box, make him feel a little bit uncomfortable. A little renaissance back in the old days, the Clemens and Nolan Ryan type of deal. You don't see that much often these days.
No, and I don't think you ever will again.
Swing and a miss. He served that purpose. He threw something low and down low, and changed the eye level of Ohtani and the shoulder there with a changeup down low. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So big bat here. You want to not give up nothing. As soon as you score 2 runs, you don't want to give anything back to the Angels and give them a snigger of confidence. So here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just challenging a fastball away from the left-hander. Couldn't do much with that.
And that's the scouting report on Ohtani. You can challenge him with a fastball and get him out with change-ups. He actually tends to hit breaking balls out of the park a lot more often than he does hard stuff.
And we have, hold on, let's check the comments. Yo, Casey, what's up, bro? I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here to watch along. I know I wasn't here for a few days with these games out in the West Coast, but I think that he get them.
Salute, Casey. Good to see you back, man. Right here, look for Gerrit Cole to just blow one by him because he just hit a few breaking balls to keep him Shohei Ohtani honest. Look for him to challenge him with some gas here.
And here's the pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. So
Told you.
Ohtani struck out. Good pitch. No runs. 1 hit. 1 left on. No 2-0 Yankees. And Casey, the games were late for me. I got to get up at 4 every day, and so it was a little bit rough for me to do the game at 10, 9. And yesterday's game was at 9:30. By the time it roughly finished, it would have been a little bit too late for me. That's why. But I definitely, when the games are low, 7 o'clock start, you're definitely going to see me do the watch along there. And that's why when the games are late, unless if it's a Saturday, Friday weekend game, then you got me on the stream there. So I'm
Here's
glad
an
you're
idea,
here.
Casey. Tell your friends and everybody watching this, share this, get more subscribers so that Bronx Jedi can retire. So all he has to do is yank watch alongs. How about that, Casey? How about that?
I appreciate, thank you, bro. But thank you, Casey. I appreciate you here. Definitely there, and thank you also for giving me watch and give me the thumbs up on the MMA program that I reran yesterday, where I had Billy Swanson on. By the time I downloaded, I just posted at 9 o'clock to edit it on. By 9:30, I was in bed sleeping. I even missed the game yesterday. I was shocked to see the Yankees lose. And it's just that it's just gonna make a toll on me to stay up and try to watch it. So I dislike when they're on the West Coast when they play at 10. I like it when they play early because I could watch it and do the watch along. But when it's late at night, it's tough. It's tough for me. And also when my other teams play when it comes to the NBA and hockey when they play on the West Coast on a weeknight, it's just so hard for me to stay up and watch it. Man. On those 10 o'clock 9:30 games, it's rough for me. So no, but I'm glad you're here and let's get it. Right now we're up 2-0. The Yankees are up 2-0, and we're gonna add more on this soft lefty batter. I'll give you who's coming up next. You got 5, 6, and 7. Calgary Kelshioka, Rudnev Odor, Andrew Velasquez, and Amy Gonzalez, Brett Gardner.
And a funny stat on Justin Upton: he is one of 7 first overall picks in MLB history with 300 plus homers and 1,000 plus RBIs. So it shows how hard it is to hit on a draft pick in baseball.
Brother of BJ Upton. Is BJ Upton still in the majors or no?
I don't believe so. I believe he retired.
Here's Kyle Higashioka. 0 for 1. Struck out in the second inning. The right-handed backup catcher going against the lefty. Here's the deal. Call for a strike. Just hit the outside corner. So the umpire is a little bit inconsistent tonight. Although that was a strike right on the outside corner, but he hesitated for a few seconds. That's why I bring that point up. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. He gobbled. Fields just made a play there. It looked a routine, but it wasn't. So the throw across the diamond in time to the third baseman. So you're scoring at home is 5-3. You got Shioka retired. Here comes Rudnev Odor, who struck out his first at bat as well. Second time in the order for these Yankee bottom of the lineup. One thing I noticed, they're not showing the bottom of the lineup. Got to be a little more patient. Like they're swinging often, and they need to be more patient and be able to hit their pitch. And here's the first pitch. Here it comes. Rudnev Odor bunts a drag bunt, and he's gonna make it with a base hit. How about that? Rugi Odor with a drag bunt base hit, caught everybody napping, and kudos to him. He's on with 1 out.
A man after my own heart.
Yes, caught it. He turned back the clock to fundamental baseball, and he just did a beautiful bunt. He just got it. Go ahead, Zach.
Sorry.
No,
go ahead.
No, break that down.
No, I was going to say that a mentor of mine that used to play for the Yankees, Mike Lebo, used to call that drag bunt in that area the Bermuda Triangle. So if you get it past the pitcher and in between the second and first baseman, it's in no man's land, and it ain't coming back, and you're going to get a hit. Beautiful small ball baseball right there by Rugi.
Here's Andrew Velasquez, the pride of Morris Park, Bronx. Here's the pitch. He swung and a miss. And Velasquez 0 for 1, grounded out his first time at bat.
Now you're the pride of the Bronx.
Thank you. With the expanded roster, do they keep Velasquez up with Torres coming off the IL on Friday? Interesting to see. And here's the pitch. Ground ball, check swing over the third. There's only one play to first. They just got him, and he made it close. Despite the fact check swing, so 2 outs, grounded to the third, assisted 5-3. Velasquez is retired, 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, and here comes Brett Gardner, who's 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman. As you see, Nadi looking through the scouting report and checking the signs, which signs they're gonna use. Glad you're with me here. Thank you, Casey, Jerome, everyone, Alan, that have joined us here, and those that are listening and watching. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I'm noticing and through Facebook and all the other platforms. I appreciate you here. This watch along game, trying to snap this Yankees losing streak and get back on winning ways before we head home to the Bronx, the big ballpark in the Bronx. Here's Gardner, and here's the pitch. Call a strike, man. This inconsistency. Call a strike. That was low in my opinion, but hey, 0-1.
Yeah, you got it. You can't blame the umps though. You gotta continue to just stay disciplined and figure it out, and we will.
And Norton at 55 pitches so far, through three and 2/3 of an inning. Here comes the pitch, just low. So it evens the kind of 1 ball, 1 strike, Zach.
Yep. I'm not sure where Naughton came from, but I actually like him as a pitching prospect. I like him. Maybe the potential signing or trading eventually down the line, because he's really showing me something how he competes. He's a competitor. You know, he's already learning at a young age how to be a pitcher and not just a thrower. You know what I mean?
Just miss outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'll give the count and go ahead. Continue with your thoughts.
You know what I mean? He's learning. He's learning right away how to be a pitcher. A lot of guys are throwers at his age with dominant stuff and an electric fastball, and they have to learn how to be a pitcher later in life, and that's where they go downhill. This kid's already learning how to be a pitcher, and a la like a Mike Mussina. Never had nasty stuff as far as like hard fastball, but he was always a good pitcher.
So here's the 2-1 pitch to Gardner. Here it comes. He's looking the runner. Here's the pitch. Line for a base hit. This should score another run. Here comes Odor around. He should score. Gardner with an RBI single. Yankees extend their lead at 3-0.
Beautiful baseball today.
Yes,
beautiful baseball today.
The Yankees are having clutch 2-out hits, so the Yankees extend their lead. RBI for Brett the Hitman Gardner. Gets an RBI.
And you said it beautifully earlier. You hit the nail on the head when you said, this is good. You need to do this come postseason time. This is also good practice for postseason time, getting 2-out hits, clutch hits. This translates, especially with guys like Brugge and other players who are coming to this team and aren't going to have the same postseason experience as Brett Gardner or some of our vets would.
And real quick, Zach, there's a pitching change. They're taking the young lefty, the crafty lefty out, and there's a pitching change. This call to the bullpen. They're coming up.
It needed to happen. I don't think he's ready for this moment. A lot of kids. This is just speculation. Maybe he grew up a Yankees fan, had a little bit of nerves. He's not ready for the moment. But all in all, other than a few mistakes, not a bad outing from Naughton.
No, I like what he threw. And before we continue, I just want to plug a good friend of mine who's coming up with his program. Him and a group of friends are going to come up pretty soon with a new program. And let me give you a quick pause like that. We could drink some water and tell you about my friend. And thank you there, A to Z Media, pretty soon. Hopefully these guys will be ready to come up, be ready to go. I can't wait for their first program and be there front and center and just enjoying some good content on all my different friends and different content creators that are in YouTube, that are friends of the Bronx Sports Jedi. And thank you for watching and supporting the program. I appreciate it.
Yep, you got to share this platform, Bronx Jedi. I've known him since he was at 30 subscribers, and it feels like that was last week because this man jumped to over 800 faster in the blink of an eye. And you fans watching, it does not happen without you. Coming from someone who used to have a YouTube channel, used to do content creation. It doesn't happen without the fans. So to the fans, if Bronx Sports Jedi is too humble to say it, he's blowing up, and you're a huge part of that. So thank you guys.
Absolutely, I thank you. I second that. Thank you so much. Like you said, I humbly am shocked and thank you. And of course, I could not do that at all without each and every one of you giving me your time and allowing me to entertain and just be part of the program. Either way, with the baseball, with any different program, any content that I bought, you guys have given me really supported me, and I really appreciate it. So here's DJ LeMahieu with Gardner up, and DJ LeMahieu is 1 for 1 with a walk.
Classic DJ game today. Base hit, a walk, looking like the machine of old.
You're breaking up, my main man Zach.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, what I said was classic DJ LeMahieu game today. Base hit, mixing a walk.
In the Air Force, right?
Looking like the machine of old.
So 0-1 the count. The young lefties in the bullpen trying to watch the field this inning. Not bad pitcher. Keep an eye on him going in 2022 for the Anaheim Angels. I like what I saw for them. A team that struggles with pitching. And DJ, here's the pitch to DJ. Ground ball to short. He goes the short way to second in time, and it records the out. You score that 6-3, 6-4, excuse me. So after that, you got 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 run on 2 hits, no error, no one left on, and 3-0 Yankees going into the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good game so far. A lot of good baseball being played.
Let me give you a little scoreboard watch while we're at it. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Cincinnati up 9-1 over St. Louis currently. The game in Toronto, Baltimore up 2-1 on the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles won a game yesterday against Toronto.
Baltimore won?
Yes, they did. They actually beat the Orioles yesterday.
Holy crap. Shout out to my fiance Sammy. I don't think she realizes Baltimore's won 1 game this year.
Top of the 4th inning, Oakland 3, Detroit 1. Top of the 4th inning, a game that we all keep an eye. Boy, Tampa up 2-1 on Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are looking to avoid a sweep at the hands of Tampa Bay Rays, and Tampa Bay Rays is trying to run away with the division. Although easily they're going to get into a tough part of their schedules pretty soon as well. So, but it disappointing on Boston, even though they've been ravaged with the COVID injuries and IL and people sick. But man, it pretty much eliminates Boston from the division, in my opinion. And you got also top of the 1st inning, just on the way, Cleveland and Kansas City. Also just on the way to Chicago visits Minnesota. And bottom of the 1st, also Pittsburgh, no score with the White Sox. And the rest are later on this evening. I'll give you them in a minute.
Fun fact, the Cleveland Guardians are now named the Guardians, and they couldn't guard a 3-1 lead against the Cubs in the World Series. Fun fact.
The Mets and Marlins postponed. The Mets swept that doubleheader. They're going through their little pickle. I'll speak about that in another stream with the New York Mets. I have a whole podcast, a whole program about it, but we'll talk about that another time. And here comes the bottom of the 4th inning. You have Phil Gossin, Walsh, and swing and a miss at the first pitch, and Upton. Yes, we shall do that. And let me get the Anaheim back up with the Anaheim lineup for those that are following and watching the lineup there. 0-1 count. Quickly, Cole jumps ahead on Gossin. Gossin is 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Ooh, what a beautiful pitch in there for a call strike. Quickly 0-2. So could Cole get his 2nd win and just start? He has a 3-0 lead. Make it stand up. Put some zeros in there. Quick innings. And here comes the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now, in your opinion, do you want him to go 6 solid innings and let the bullpen, let some of the guys that don't normally throw in the bullpen finish the game? Or do you want to see him go the distance? Me, I'd like to see him go 6 innings and 7 maybe and turn it to the bullpen to keep Cole refreshed for the postseason.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Because this lineup hasn't been too much of a threat at all. So
Right. But lately the bullpen has given up a lot of hits and runs in the past few games, as far as seen from the condensed games when I get up in the morning. So
Correct.
look for Cole. Try to look for maybe 6 2/3 of an inning, then hand it off to high leverage relievers like Weizica and so forth. Here's a pitch in there for a close strike. Here's
Correct.
Walt. Here's Jared Walsh, who's unofficial had a double in his first time up. He's 1 for 1. So I look for that tonight. Especially a day off tomorrow. So they'll have pretty much they could extend relievers normally longer than they normally would pitch.
And
He
also,
called it for a strike. Wow, 0-2. Umpires
yeah, that
having a
was
rough.
horrible. That was
Excuse me.
horrible.
Let me go. That was a bad pitch. Walsh is protesting. The umpire's having a really inconsistent strike zone. Zach, go ahead, Zach.
No, I was just saying that was horrible. That was horrible. And it changes the whole dynamic of the at bat. Instead of 1-1, you're 0-2. You got to be on the defensive now, and yeah. And the reason I thought about the bullpen was that a team that's not that effective right now and is riddled by injury and not hitting the ball might be a good confidence booster for our homestand.
He threw a ball outside, so the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. They checked the swing. He told that he'd had up, so they call a ball. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. And here it comes. Foul out of play. Still remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 99 miles per hour four-seamer. And Baltimore and Toronto are all even at 2 apiece. Here comes the pitch from Cole. Ground ball foul. Still count remain.
That was a tough pitch to foul off. That was a really nasty slider or changeup, whichever. It kind of looked like a tight slider, possibly a changeup with sinking action. That's a really tough pitch to foul off.
Indeed, it was. It was. That was a good hitter. He's trying to battle here, Cole. It's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cole could expend the stone, see if he chases. It'll be interesting.
Or challenge him. We'll see.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gerrit Cole with 2 outs. Here comes Justin Upton. Nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning. Yankees up 3-0 on the BX Sports Jedi Network. I'm glad you're here watching along with me here and Zach. I appreciate you guys. Good morning to everyone in the Philippines. Good Thursday morning out there in the Philippines and Australia. And I appreciate you guys here on the East Coast. If you guys are up north, stay indoors. It's really raining and it's a bad inclement weather. And I'm glad you have me on here. Here's Upton. Boy, Upton put on some weight. Here's the pitch. Out there for a ball. He was a thin, slender ball player, man. Now he looks almost like Tony Gwynn.
That's what happens when you get older, man.
1-0.
Not as fleet of foot as he used to be. Yeah, that's what happens.
Out there for a ball. 2-0 the count. To the right-handed Upton, who struck out last time up. They put him to pull. And here's the 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Is he going out of play? Back out of play. So 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Cole had his 68 pitch, going to throw his 69th of the game. He has trying to hold a 3-0 lead. His family's in attendance. The Southern California native. Here comes the time call. Stepped out of the box. Umpire granted it. Just when Cole was in the windup, he didn't like it. He's asking umpire what's going on here.
Oh. Yeah, definitely. I hate when that happens because
that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yep, ruins the rhythm.
And there's the ball. This ball is up in the air. Just pulled it foul. He hung something and caught it. That would have been. I think Cole would have been really upset if they would have hit a home run off of that pitch after stepping off. So it's 2-2 count. The count squares the 2-2. Got a lot of Yankee fans in attendance. Everywhere they go, they travel, they draw. A very loyal fan base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So the sides retire. No runs, no hits, no errors. Cole struck out the side. And still 3-0 Yankees. I know Jerome called that last start that they had in Oakland to strike out a side, and he hit it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. What about him? Yeah. What about yeah? So No school, no 3-0 Yankees. Zach, tell us what we got going on here. With the game within the contest of the game there. Break this down.
Sorry. My dog's making a mess of things in the house. I was laughing. Um, it's Gerrit Cole doesn't have his best stuff tonight, but his fastball's been effective enough to camouflage it. He's the lineup has really impressed me as far as being able to manufacture runs, especially with two out. So far, been a well-rounded game, especially without Stanton, without some of your horses in there, without Urshela. Um, we'll see if the bullpen can finish it off, or how far Cole can go, or if we can add some insurance. It'd be nice to add some insurance runs here in this inning.
I agree with that. Let me first continue. Let me continue plugging my friends and my other friends' channel there. Nick's Real Talk. They'll be on later this evening. I hope after the game, depending. Hopefully not too late. Might jump on and say hello and talk about the Knicks. I'm pretty sure we'll have some good content about it. Appreciate that. Definitely, and also I want to plug in my other friends there that they could support the program, and also my new friends that are coming up with their new program. These young guys, I can't wait. And let's go there, and then coming soon, we're gonna be doing a breaking down football. I'm gonna be doing myself and Z. I think we're gonna collaborate and do a football program and talk about all types of NFL. Try not to be centric with just one team. Of course, I'm gonna be a little biased with my New York teams a little bit. Try to talk about them a little more, but we'll talk about cover the whole league. 53-man rosters are in, a lot of transaction and movement around the league. We'll break that down, and anyone that likes their team on the chat, we'll try to break the NFL teams around the league and who we think the over and unders and who we like and so forth. And keep an eye on a notification when we do the American football show. And here's Rizzo coming up.
Cowboys Nation, stand up. Sorry, I had to say that. Had to say
Bringing a miss. Rizzo. He's 1 for 2. Rizzo had a single and scored in on that Boyd RBI. He has a run scored. So he's 1 for 2. The lefty. Right, new pitcher in the game, right-hander. He came in last inning.
Still not throwing too hard either. His fastball's about 93 miles an hour. Still going to be able to take advantage if he makes a mistake.
Outside to 1 ball, 2 strikes count.
Oh.
And here comes the 1-2 and swing and a miss.
That was horrible. Oh, Pete the catcher in the bullpen. Pete the catcher in the bullpen. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Oh yeah, he almost fell.
for the people watching, or might just be listening to us and not seeing the game right now, the bullpen of the Angels, a guy can't even pitch without falling over in the bullpen. So that shows you what their pitching situation is like.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. I miscalled the call, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rizzo. Rizzo, a lefty, the right-handed pitcher's in the game. He is in his relief. Here it comes. This ball is lined to left field and right to Upton for the first out. He gave it a ride. He thought it was foul, but it just stood in there, so it's quickly an out. Blind to the left fielder, and here comes Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, 1 for 1 officially, 1 for 1 with a walk. He walked last time up and was stranded at third. The big guy, the California native.
I like the discipline that Aaron Judge has, so we'll see. We'll see. He's shown this year that he's a lot better at taking pitches.
I'm gonna call a home run here. I think I feel like Aaron Judge is gonna hit one. I think this one's going out this at bat.
Man, bold take. Let's hope it happens.
Oh, he called an outside pitch. I'm telling you, the umpire's having a terrible game. Terrible.
Who trained this guy? Hernandez?
My goodness, terrible. That was outside, low and outside. My God. They're showing the rock wall. Here comes the pitch. He struck him out. So my prediction is wrong. Judge struck out with a high fastball.
Well, let's see why was that wrong? Because they had a no call or a call that shouldn't have been called a strike, and that changes the whole dynamic of the at bat. That's taking the bat out of Aaron Judge's hands.
Quickly, 2 outs. Here comes Luke Voit, who had an two RBI single last time up. Key 2-out RBI, 2 RBI single. So he is 1 for 2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Just missed that.
He wanted to hit that over those rocks in left center.
Yep, that's a beautiful view of your behind home plate. That from TV, that rock wall. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
He's
Quickly
really,
0-2. He challenged him.
He's not keeping his head in. He's trying to kill the ball. And literally the reason we had a 2-0 lead is because he stayed disciplined and didn't do that. So right away he reverts back to his old ways.
Here's the pitch. Up high. Luke trying to hit that to Detroit. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs. Yankees up 3-0. Top of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. The righty looks in. So he steps off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, guys. Yankees up 3-0. Top of the 5th inning. I appreciate you guys joining us here. Late afternoon day in California. And here comes a 1-2 pitch. Bounce the ball in dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees' final game of this road trip, the 9-game road trip. They come home to Baltimore. They're off tomorrow, travel night. And we'll open up a series with the Baltimore Orioles. We're in September baseball, folks. So the final push for October, here it comes. And the Yankees are leading. Here comes the pitch. It hit Boyd right in the ribs. Hit him right in the ribs. How about that, man? Wow.
Yeah, that's ow. And then look, for a guy that's always hurt, you do not want to see that.
No, not there. So look to see if there'll be a retaliation later down the road. We might be calling a brawl on the BX Sports Jedi Network watch along. Especially this is the last time the Yankees will play the Anaheim this season. So who knows? He hit him right square in the ribs, right in the ribs. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did that on purpose, but if you're gonna 2 outs. Last at bat, he had a 2-run RBI. I'm not saying it was done, but they changed in the pitcher. They took him out.
Oh, the guy fell over's coming in.
So the I'm gonna fall on my floor coming in and Ojeda. So, excuse me with these pronunciations.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
So he's coming in a big lefty, a big doofy lefty. Big. That's what he looks like. He was warming up and it fell. Like he's tripping over his own feet. Man, who's on coming up then? Joey Gallo. Okay, if he's in the game after Gallo, like he starts another inning, if I'm Odor, I'm bunting on Velasquez to see. He's so goofy to trip.
Oh man.
It's interesting.
Yeah. The comedy of baseball never ceases to amaze me.
Let me give you a quick update. Bottom of the 4th inning, Oakland 3, Detroit 3. So it's scoreboard watching time. We're in September. So implement for trying to get on that second wild card. Oakland's tied at 3-3. They're in Detroit. Boston trailing Tampa 2-1. That's in Tampa in a Tropicana field. And right now, Toronto has come back and they are taking a 4-2 lead over the Orioles. And let me see what other game implemented to the wild card. Other than that, that's all I can see right now that implements the American League wild card. Seattle, let me see where because Seattle's still hanging around. Seattle won today, 1-0 over the Houston Astros. So they still have a snigging alive. They're trying to make a surge and trying to climb. They're close by to the standings. They're about 5 games out for the Yankees.
And look for Seattle or a team like that to actually make a run because Boston's really struggling and they're in that second wild card spot. The Athletics.
Salute, Brandon. It says, bro, Boyd needs to play every game at DH. Not playing Boyd just because the team is loaded. It's just like the Nets not playing Kyrie just because they have Harden and KD. If that makes sense. Yeah, believe me, we know all the different basketball analogies when you bring it up. Being part of the Knicks Real Talk program, shout out to them to part of the program I'm at, and everything revolves and they bring those references with basketball. I get it. So Joe Kirada coming in 14 games, in. I had his stats, but they took it off. So excuse me for apologize for not giving you his full stats.
But
A big goofy lefty. Gallo, excuse me. I always get those two confused. They're always in my telecast. Gallo is 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups to the second baseman. So he's kind of, he says, finally a different pitcher, but another lefty. So the big goofy lefty is ready to throw. Here it comes. Another junk ball pitcher in there for a strike.
big goofy lefty.
Hey, right here, Brandon. Good mind. So salute. Thank you for coming.
But the thing with Luke Voigt and Brandon, I totally get what you're saying. Luke Voigt's a power hitter. He's a good bat. But if he keeps having these troubles, if he keeps having these plate discipline troubles and trying to hit a ball a mile every time.
Your sound is coming in a little.
How about now? I apologize. Good.
Say again. Here we go. Maybe I can hear you.
Good. Can you hear me now?
Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Slow grounder. Catcher pounce. He throws. Got him. Good play by the catcher there. So the inning is over.
Can you hear me now, Kev?
No errors. Left one by the hit by pitch. 3-0 Yankees. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Are you back there? Can we hear you? Zach is having a little technical difficulties. He'll be right back. He's joining me along with the Watch Along program today. Brandon, Voigt. But here's the thing with that. I like the goal line package, Brandon, especially when you have Judge in center. You got Gallo in left and Stanton in right. I like that. I like that package there. But it's gonna be interesting now when Gleyber comes up. How is that gonna be more? Velasquez. He's gonna have to sit. Although I think Velasquez is going to a little bit of a slump currently right now. Playing all this, but he's been giving us his defense has been phenomenal, good. It says here, I honestly agree. I feel like Voigt is better than Rizzo if we consider both in the field at bat. Out hitting over Rizzo's defense. Let me bring in Zach back in there. Zach, are you back with us, my friend?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now, sir?
Please not off. Zach, are you here? Are you there with me, my friend?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Stream is having technical difficulties as well. So we're back, yeah. So, but to your question, Brandon, I like. Okay, so Zach is having technical difficulties with the Wi-Fi. Hopefully, he'll be back in there for the.
How about
He's
now?
there all around. I think we're having trouble with the Wi-Fi everywhere because Zach is up in the western part of the northern part of the United States. I'm in the south, down in Florida and Orlando, and we both seems to have Wi-Fi issues at the same time. Here's Cole ready to pitch. You got Marsh, Maxey, and Odell. Here's Marsh, who 0 for 1. He grounded to second his first time up. Swing and a miss for a call strike. So we're having a little technical difficulties. 0-1 count. Here it comes. In there for a call strike, a fastball right at the knees. 0-2 the count.
Can you hear me yet?
Hopefully, Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
You keep freezing up on my end. I don't know if it's me or you.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here, maybe. Zach, can you hear?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
That we're having. I think it's everywhere because I'm having slow internet. 0-2 count. In there for
You're freezing. You're freezing up on me.
You're still freezing a little. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count even. Zach will be back in. Having a little bit of technical difficulty this evening. Remember, there's some inclement weather in the northeastern part of the United States. Hurricane Ida, the residents of Hurricane Ida storm that went through Louisiana. Now it's in the eastern part, making his way up north. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll add him back to pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So
How about now,
strikeouts for
Kev?
Gerrit Cole for the first out.
Can you hear me
So
yet?
4 straight strikeouts.
Can you hear me yet?
No, excuse me. 5 straight strikeouts. Excuse me for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in a row for Gerrit Cole. Impressive. 5 straight strikeouts for Gerrit Cole. Impressive. I apologize if I'm coming in and out. For some reason the internet issues are coming all across. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. And I got my battery backup and all that. So I don't know why the internet is acting funky. Yeah, I'm freezing on your end too. I see that. I see that. And I have battery backup and everything there. I can hear both of you guys. Okay, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Thank you, Brandon, for giving us that feedback. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. For some reason, it's between us here or the StreamYard is freezing for both of us, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're hearing it. I'm glad I'm able to continue there.
Thanks, Brandon. I
5
rambled like an
strikeouts in a
idiot.
row. And here's the pitch. Strike 3. Struck him out. 6 in a row for Gerrit Cole. He's hot. So quickly 2 away.
And
So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts for Gerrit Cole so far through 4 2/3 of an inning.
so you still can't hear me, Kev.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike. He's dealing right now. He's in his zone. He's dealing. Here's Joe Adell. 0 for 1, grounded in the 3rd inning. The right-handed, slinky right-handed right fielder. Not much time in the majors, many games up in the major leagues. Here's the pitch to Adell. In there for a call strike, 98 mile per hour, right on the knees, low and away. Call for a strike. Wow, beautiful pitch there, Zach.
Can you hear me, Kev?
Here's the pitch. Foul out of play quickly. 0-2 the count. Hit the umpire right in the mask. Maybe it'll knock some senses into him to call some good balls and strikes. Zach is still having a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue, but we'll get that situated there. He's there. We all see him on there, so hopefully that situation cleans itself up with the inclement weather. So 0-2, 6 strikeouts in a row for Gerrit Cole. Can he make it a lucky 7? If this was Yankee Stadium, the crowd will be on his feet, screaming and cheering. Here it comes. Popped up. So he broke the string there, but he's going to record the out. Here, fly to Gardner. He makes the catch. So the inning's retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the 6th inning. 3-0 Yankees on the BX Sports Jedi Network. Watch along with myself and Z. Okay, so Zach will have some issues. He's gonna take a step back and rock over the chat. He just didn't want to interfere and talk over each other. That's fine. You're more than welcome to come back on. Definitely in between innings. Come back on and just give us. We definitely could use your expertise on there. We appreciate it, and we'll get that started there. So right now, we're going to the top of the 6th inning. Yankees got a 3-0 lead halfway through the game. So far, 3-0 lead. Cole looks like he's on his 2nd win, sharp as a knife, throwing some strikes, pitching, and let's see if they could extend this lead there and try to salvage this final game. It's right now it's moving pretty smooth. The Yankees scored quickly and a lot of key 2-out hits, and that's what you gotta like if you're a Yankee fan, especially now that the calendars turn to September. Looking your eye to October, those clutch 2-out hits and getting those good at bats there. Big situation because they're going to from here on out. All these at bats either every bat is going to be very key, crucial. And if the Yankees are in that mindset mode of that important 2-out hit or extending the line, moving the chain, next guy up, and if a walk is as good as a hit in this point, getting on base some way somehow, and moving the body lineup, the lineup order to the next guy, and next guy doing his job, and that's going to bring success, and it's going to bring winning streaks, and it's going to start climbing, and you got to take care of your own business and not worry about around the league scoreboard watching. If you win, then you watch the scoreboard, but take care of your business. Don't worry about what other teams are doing or not doing, or who's hot, who's not, and just win your games, your opponents in front of you. And that should be a recipe for success, especially if you're going to get timely 2-out hits and good starting pitching. That's also a recipe for success and victory. So we'll see how the Yankees. So far, good start for September right now, 3-0 lead. You got Kaguya Goshioka, Rudolph Odor, Andrew Velasquez, followed by, if anyone gets on base, Brett Gardner. Here's Kyle, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out for the game. And they say my stream is choppy. I do apologize if I am coming choppy to you guys. Here's the pitch inside. So I don't know, up and down the whole streaming, it's choppy. I'm looking at my router and my Wi-Fi, and all my internet is telling me all the lights, everything is good on my end. So I do apologize if it's coming to your end choppy. It's not on my end, everything is good. And we'll get Z back on. Yeah, I apologize if my stream is coming choppy, but everything, all my lights, I can see it right in front of me. I got my battery backup, my UBS. I'm both in for the computer and my internet, and everything is lit
Can
up.
you hear me
Everything's
yet?
good. I can hear you beautiful, light and clear. So maybe it was something to
Woo!
the StreamYard. Here's
Maybe it
Kyle.
was. StreamYard's always fickle.
1 ball, 1 strike. We apologize for those, but thank you for hanging in there. In call for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we definitely thank you for joining me and listening to me and Z. Z, go ahead. I've been talking quite a bit, so let's let the audience hear you a little bit.
So, to Brendan's point in the chat, I agree with him that Luke Voigt really needs more at bats. Needs to get into a rhythm and get set away. But Rizzo's the all around better baseball player. He's championship pedigree, his experience, multiple Gold Glover. He's a platinum first baseman, and he's getting better with the bat. He's hitting extremely well lately, so it's hard to take him out of the lineup right now. Voigt, if he wants to get that full time first base job back, he needs to be more disciplined, like that at bat where he hit the 2 RBI single. He needs to have more of those and stop trying to hit a home run every time he's up.
Kyle swings and a miss. You're a little choppy again, Zach, for some reason. And you were coming in good and just got choppy towards the middle part of your conversation here but
Is that better?
Gashioka struck out, and here comes Odor, who started this last rally with a single, bunt single in the Bermuda Triangle. Let's try this. Let's try it again, Zach. Let's see if we can hear you without choppiness. And you see when I go like this, that means it's going good. Okay.
How about now? All right. No, pretty much just Luke Voigt just needs to stay like he was in that 2 RBI single. He needs to be more disciplined, and it showed that at bat. If he could put more at bats like that together, he has a strong case for the starting first baseman job.
So they called it a ball. So it's 0-1 in the pitch in there for a ball. 2 balls and no strike. I thought he called a strike, but I apologize. It's 2 balls and no strike on Rudolph Odor, the left-handed batter, and Kirara, the second time around, the second inning of pitch, inning in the third, and the lefty versus lefty. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's like a left-handed Bartolo Colon out there.
Big Sexy.
Yep. Shout out to the baseball Big Sexy, and also shout out to the MMA Big Sexy, Billy Swanson, a friend of the program. I appreciate him coming on and blessing us a week ago for his program on the MMA. Here's the pitch. Foul out of play. He had that wonderful that fight in Bellator that impressed us, although fell in defeat, but he made an impact on us and a friend of the program, and we're trying to get him started to fight Jack Hager in MMA in Bellator. We're pushing that hard, and we want him to fight Jack Hager and hopefully by the end of the year in December, and 2 heavyweight fighters, wrestlers, and we will break that down tomorrow on REX Sports Jedi MMA Talk with Austin and Chef Dan. Please join us at 9:00. And here comes the pitch to Rugi. I'll break that down and plug that program in a minute. And
as long as it's not the Jake Paul fight, it's going to be a good fight because that was miserable.
Just missed. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow on the program as well. Just briefly, and also the Amanda Serrano fight and all the MMA around the league, around the recap show. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Right there is the shortstop. Field fires in time. Got Rudner Odor. So two quick outs.
Looks like Cologne has some children running around. He got the third baseman or first baseman for the Twins. He got this guy that kind of looks like him.
Yeah, there's a lot of big sexy has been running around. The Major League Baseball's big sexy. Here's Velasquez over two with two ground outs. But again, shout out to the Bellator MMA big sexy Billy Swanson for blessing our program. I can never stop thanking you enough for coming on and becoming friends of the program. Here's the pitch. Wow, out of play. So quickly 0-1 the count to Velasquez, the Bronx native, the pride of Morris Park section of the Bronx. Good Italian food in the Morris Park section. Good delis. Here's the pitch. Good diners. Golden Eagle on Morris Park. Just a quick reference if you're from the Bronx, the Golden Eagle. You got one on White Plains Road and Morris Park. I know that's a different language to you there, but those Bronx native, they have good diners there. Very good food. Here's the pitch, and there's a good bakery there as well. Here it comes. Ball. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I wish I could get up to New York City more. The food every time I go up, it's all good, all great food. Any borough you go in, you got some great hidden gems to eat at.
Yeah, that's one thing I do miss living in Central Florida is the different mom and pops food different areas to go get something good to eat. And there any spot in the borough, you get anything coming in.
What's
Here's
your
the two
favorite? What's your favorite place to eat out there? Like if you had to pick one, like gun to your head, had to pick
two
like
balls
a
and two
restaurant
strikes.
to go
But
eat at.
it all depends on what kind of food I'm in the mood. It all becomes of a mood. It's a
All
mood.
right,
If I
I'll
want
throw out one. How about Italian food? Best spot to get
Ita- Italian food, I will drive all the way. I will go to Manhattan, down to Little Italy, Humberto's,
Roberto's
or
Clam House.
yes. Here's a pitch inside, or a Bronx staple, but they changed a little bit. Is Venice Restaurant? Right there in the South Bronx, 149th Street and Wales Avenue. You have Venice Restaurant. You had before many years. You had all different types of mayors. That was a Mayor Koch staple. He will always eat there, and all the police commissioners and so forth. You seen Mary? I seen Mary J. Blige eat there. Brad Joe always on there. Of course, Bronx native. Velasquez strikes out, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. 3-0 Yankees. For Italian, it varies because there's so many. You can't go wrong. You could go with my hand from Berto's if you want to. Friday night, you want to go with with your wife, and you want to take down the drive down West Side Highway or East Side, or even FDR Drive at nighttime. You go to Humberto's because they close late, so that's one thing. You wait for the traffic to dissipate. You go around 8, 9 o'clock. Go have a late dinner. That's what's good about New York. You could do that and go down there to Humberto's or even there's some good restaurants in Chinatown as well. You know, that's if you want Chinese, you go there. Or like I said, in the Bronx, you go Venice. If you want seafood, for us Bronx native, we go to City Island. You know, want to get some good um quick fat, like not fast food, but good shrimps and baskets and calamari and so forth, and clam chowder and pina coladas. You go down to Johnny's or Tony's in City Island. And also there's a nice, you sit there outside with a nice view on summer nights, and it's raw oysters if you're into that oyster bar or clams, either or. That's another staple there. There's so many good places and pizza shops. It's your preference. You gotta taste it and go out there and taste the different pizza shops. And not everyone likes the same pizzeria, but they're all pretty good. You're gonna get a good, decent slice of pizza in the Bronx when you go there. And not just the Bronx, in any of the five boroughs. Any of the five boroughs. Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to travel too far, and sometimes you don't want to do the traveling, but sometimes you do. You want to take the adventure and to drive out there, and you want to go different places. There's anywhere you really go, if you really give it a shot, they got good restaurants. That's the point on that.
Oh,
And it's not,
well,
and it's yes.
I'm surprised you said Umberto's Clam House because I'm a huge mafia historian, and if anybody who knows anything, Colombo family after Joe Colombo was assassinated, Joey Gallo was assassinated for carrying out that hit in a Berto's Clam House. The more you know, I guess. But yeah, I always wanted to go there. Always wanted to visit Little Italy. Just never got the chance because I'm always up there for Yankees games or Knicks games.
Here's what I'm gonna give you an advice, my friend. Coming now September, I don't know if they've done it, if they're gonna do it with the COVID issues. Maybe they are gonna do it again. Here's the first pitch in there for a call strike. We have Jack Mayfield followed by Fletcher by Otani. You want to go for the San Gennaro Festival down in Little Italy now in October, mid October? Phenomenal. Here's the pitch. And it's wonderful because it's a street fair with all different types of Zeppelis, all types of food vendors. That's a staple. I used to try to go every year, all the time to the San Gennaro Festival, and that's been around for over 100-year festival. Here's the pitch. This ball is in the air to left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Gallo with a nice play, cuts it off. He throws. He holds him to a single. Nice play by Joey Gallo.
Yep.
So leadoff batter on.
Nice piece of hitting there by Mayfield. Got his arms extended, didn't try to do too much, but also a great play by Gallo for cutting that off and holding him to, because he's a speedy guy, holding him to a single instead of a double. Great job.
Gallo plays a good defense, except for that play Saturday night game that he misread it. Other than that, he's been playing really good defensive outfield for the New York Yankees. Just one hiccup, a misjudgment on that play, on that 2-run home run by Tony Kemp on Sunday night. So
yeah,
here comes Fletcher. Go ahead, Zach.
he's very sneaky. He has sneaky athleticism too, and that's what helps him in the field. I was just gonna say that.
So quickly, 0-1. Fletcher is 1 for 2. He singled in the third inning, and he grounded out in the first. So 3-0 Yankees. Yankees trying to snap a losing streak. The final game of the road trip, of this 9-game road trip, before heading home Friday night to host the Baltimore Orioles. Gleyber Torres should be back. And Nestor Cortez, if I'm not mistaken, should be the starter on Friday night. Cole at 104 pitches through 6 innings. The righty, ready to deal, fires. Is in there for a strike? No, he called it a ball. Umpire's having a rough call. Yeah, I'm definitely plan to do that. I think I plan to do that. So here is the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Yankees up 3-0. And let's see. Here comes the pitch. This ball is hit in the gap. This is trouble. It's gonna fall in. This should score a run because he's running on his high horse. Gardner doesn't have an arm. The run comes in, and they throw. They went through the throw, and hopefully the runner is on second with a double. So an RBI double for Fletcher, 3-1. So now the bullpen should be getting ready to move Cole there because you have over 106 pitches for Cole.
I thought he was at 89.
No, I'll take a look at that. I'm thinking. I usually write the pitch count.
Regardless, though, his breaking ball has been off all day, and he's losing some zip on his fastball. And he just took a weird tumble trying to get that ball. So if I'm them, I'm getting the bullpen up and running right now.
And yes, and not only that, it's his third time around the lineup. So there's adjustments to see there. There's a little bit truth to the analytics. That's why it's there. When the third time around, batting average tends to change. The players become more aggressive, and favors them. So no, I'm sorry. So I don't get 89 pitches. You're right, Zach. I thought I saw 104. I thought I miscounted 89 pitches. I do apologize with that there.
Oh, no big deal. I was just trying to help. That's all.
No, that's why you're here. It's part of the color commentary. And here's the pitch to Shohei Ohtani, a dangerous part of the lineup, especially in this inning. 1 runs in, you got a runner on second with an RBI double, and you have Shohei up at bat. So 1 swing could be dangerous and tie the game up. He's up. It's 1 ball, no strike count on Shohei Ohtani, the lefty, American League leader in home runs, a leading candidate of the MVP right now in the American League. Dangerous hitter.
And right there's what you got to challenge him with the fastball. You have to, because your breaking ball's horrible.
You're a little bit ahead, but swing and a miss for a strike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's
my
okay.
Wi-Fi is kind of working now. But
that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. There's no problem with that. It's going to eventually happen. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike, and you get bullpen action. Loizica getting ready in the pen.
Sorry
righty.
about that, but yeah, you just got to challenge him because your breaking ball has no break on it tonight. It's not a normal Gerrit Cole breaking ball, and Shohei can deposit that 450 feet. So you need to challenge him with a fastball. You have your better chance throwing triple digits right by him.
So 2 balls and 1 strike count. Shohei Ohtani, the lefty. Runner on second. A run is already in, an RBI double from Fletcher. Back-to-back hits for the Angels. Here comes. Swing and a miss. So evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul tip into the glove. Gerrit Cole, the ace. The Yankees' big ace there. Shohei Ohtani, the home run hitter. So you got the best of the best here at this crucial part of the game. He's ready to deal. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So big strikeout for Cole, and I think that's his 10th. 1, 2, 3.
That's number 11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Number 11. Big strikeout there with a runner on second. And he set up that pitch with that inside fastball that pushed him off the plate and got him with 2 straight balls right where he couldn't extend his arms. So good pitching there. Smart setup.
Yep.
Here comes Phil Coulson, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So third time against Cole, trying to put some bat on the ball, make contact. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging. Here's the pitch. Up high. Cole looked a little frustrated with that pitch, got away from him.
His control's starting to diminish, and that's where you got to take him out. You got to get him out.
Yep. I can see that there. So the 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. In there for a call strike, even in count at 1-1. Cole, the big right-hander. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two. And here's the pitch. And did he swing? Swing him out? Got him. Excuse me there. I'm just looking around at the scoreboard for anything going around the league.
Big time. You gave up a run. That's not the end of the world. Absolutely big time way to come back and get two outs, 2 strikeouts. Just come back and dominate with your fastball, even without a dominant breaking ball tonight. He's doing extremely well.
So here's Walsh. Walsh is 1 for 2. He had a double and a strikeout. Third time against Cole. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 100 miles an hour up high right there. Can't even get to it. Good throw right in the hand. So anything he was going to do was foul it back. Nothing to extend his hands there. So here's his Angels, 26 swings and misses tonight. He's got some stuff. He's got high command there. You know he's juiced his family in attendance. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 99 mile per hour high fastball. 0-2 quickly.
Really resorting to that high heat. It's really working for him, especially when his breaking ball isn't effective.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. struck him out. The side struck out the side. So he's dealing. One run, one hit, no one on, and it's 3-1. We're going to the 7th inning, guys. So Zach, tell us what we see so far.
Well, I want to get you a glass of water because I feel like your whistling muscles are starting to hurt. That's a lot of strikeouts. That's a lot of whistling. That I can't stress it enough. I sound like a broken record, but normally a pitcher like Gerrit Cole, when your breaking ball is not working, you get touched up, and he hasn't. That's extremely good pitching tonight, fighting through adversity. The hitters are doing a decent job. They had a couple of very great at-bats strung together. Other than that, it's been lukewarm, but so far it's been enough to get the job done. Let's hope they close it out.
Yeah, now we have Anaheim is down to their final 9 outs. Let's see if they could muster together. Do you think Cole will come out for the next inning, or would it be situational? You know, um, get him in there and batter for batter. If I'm them, I go batter for batter.
I completely agree with you, batter to batter. The thing is, it depends. Like I'm not going to sit here and pay attention and act like I 100% know who's coming up next inning, because we were dealing with technical difficulties, haven't been paying attention too much to the lineup. But it depends on who's there. If it's a righty that they feel he can mow down, then they're going to give him a chance. And if he gives up a hit or walks somebody, that's when he comes out.
I agree with you there. What do you think? What do you think the offensive approach should be going forward there? Adding more runs? Do you still continue playing a small ball, or you just sit back and trying to launch stuff out there with a 2-run lead?
Well, with what I think is going to happen and what I would like to see happen are two different things. I feel like you're going to continue to have these at bats where they try to, especially I think Steve Chizik is coming in the game. He's not. I don't think he's a hard thrower at all. So I feel like they're going to get greedy and see a ball over the plate and try to smash it. But what I would like them to see is add more insurance runs by just putting good at bats together. My coach, my mentor, played for the Yankees. Mike Lebo, he was Thurman Munson's backup catcher, or he was Thurman Munson's supposedly replacement when Thurman Munson passed away, rest in peace. And then he blew his knee out, so he couldn't finish his career. But he always tells me, good at bats, put together good at bats, good things happen. And, you keep doing that, and then good things are going to happen. That's all I want to see. Just keep putting good at bats together and maybe get a few insurance runs.
Gotcha. Here comes Brett Gardner coming up. Brett Gardner, he's 1 for 2. Got a single last time up, and here's the pitch outside. A new pitcher in there. Got a new pitcher coming in. Another right-hander, so they went back to the righty. Here comes the pitch. And foul out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Zach Gardner, 3-1 lead. He's pretty much like a leadoff hitter here. You want him to try to get on base and try to put some pressure on the base pad.
Yep, no doubt. And you get on. He's not as fast as he used to be, but he's still he can still run well. So
Swing
get
and a miss. 2
LeMahieu up
balls and
there
2 strikes.
afterwards, who has gap power. Maybe he gets on first and scores from first on a double by LeMahieu.
And not only that, you want him on base because you want LeMahieu to take advantage of the hole between first and second with a runner on if he gets on base.
Exactly.
So the 2-2 pitch to Brett the Hitman Gardner. Here it comes. Foul out of play. Is still wait. This ball might stay in play, and no, it went out of play finally. So the count remains on 2 balls and 2 strikes. So thank you for joining me. Those on the northern part of New York, where it's raining and it's miserable, it's disgusting, it's thundering in Yankee Stadium and so forth, in the Bronx and up and down the coast. I appreciate those that are listening. The 2-ball, 2-strike count to Gardner. Here comes the pitch. This ball is ground up the middle. What a play by the second baseman. He feels, he throws, just got him. Let's make sure they don't go to replay on that. But it looks like they got Gardner there. Like you said, Gardner lost a bit of a step. If they usually wouldn't beat that out. But it was a nice play by the second baseman. I'm trying to see a replay if they're going to go to the headsets, because I can never assume until the next batter is officially in there, always with the instant replay situation. And
He looks out to me,
okay.
but we'll
Are
see.
the Yankees challenging? I don't see anything. Oh, it's out. That's an out. That's a pure definitive out there. Got him by a step. So the
Amazing
leadoff
play.
run is off.
Amazing play by the second baseman.
It is. You put a star on that one. Here comes DJ LeMahieu in there for a ball. DJ LeMahieu 1 for 2. Walk. He had a single walk and scored in a run. Yankees up 3-1. Top of the 7th inning, trying to snap this losing streak. I'm finishing the 9-game road trip before heading back home. Here's the pitch. Low inside for a ball. A 2-0 count for DJ LeMahieu, the right-hander. Let's see a little scoreboard. You got Toronto still up 4-3 on the Baltimore Orioles. That is the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Low ball. Game of implement of what we're watching. Boston still trailing 2-1 in Tampa, bottom of the 6th inning. Oakland is taking a 6-4 lead. That is on top of the 6th inning in Detroit. And other than that, for the scoreboard watching, those are it. And Seattle already won 1-0 over Houston. LeMahieu draws a walk, so he's on with 1 out. Good eye on DJ LeMahieu. Starting to see him getting comfortable. That's how you want to keep the line moving, like you were talking about, an assembly line. You keep the line moving, keep the guy next at batter. Here's Anthony Rizzo, 1 for 3 with a single in the 3rd and scored a run.
Especially come September and playoff time, it's good to see LeMahieu turning it around.
Yes. Here's Rizzo, the left-hander. Here's the pitch. Outside ball. For 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. The 1-0 count. Here it comes. In there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
That breaking ball buckled him.
It did.
Wasn't a
It
very
bucked
good
it.
breaking ball. It just did the job though.
It was effective. Yes, indeed.
Yep. As a hitter, I hate when that happens. When you have something, it just freezes you, buckles your knees. You feel hopeless up there.
Here's a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Rizzo. DJ LeMahieu is on with a 1-out single. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Up high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count even. LeMahieu, the runner on first. Not a fierce foot. Smart base runner. Here comes a 2-2. Inside for a ball. So the count runs full, 3-2. Do you start the runners despite the fact how he runs? Full time. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. The throw over in time. So the Yankees run them out of an inning. It's okay. I called. I wanted them to start the runners there. Unfortunate break. Rizzo rarely strikes out. So you take that there, strikeout swinging, caught it on a double play, 2-4. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on because they were caught on that strike them out, throw them out, double play to end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Looks like Gerrit Cole will be returning, and then now you get the 5, 6, and 7. You got Justin Upton, you got Mash, you got Stassi the catcher, and everyone gets on. Joe Adele. Angels down by 2. Close game there. And that's absolutely there. So Yankee. So everyone out there in the chat, what do you think? We think they're down to the final 9 outs. I think Cole is going to be situational, batter for batter. If he's cruising along, he'll continue to stay out there. Maybe he'll give us. It'd be nice for him to get us a 1, 2, 3, 7th inning, and then you bring in Loaizica in for the 8th, and we'll take it from there. See, we'll attack and run a 4th run or 5th. Make it 5-1, and then you bring Roldis Chapman, and we'll get the game taking it all the way home and finish it. Hopefully, that's the way. If it's in a perfect script, hopefully that's the way they do it. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll see. It'll be an interesting part of this game there. So we shall see. Hopefully Zach will join us back in a second there. And let me give you another update. Oakland is still up 6-4, top of the 6th inning in Detroit. They got run around second with 2 outs. Also, Boston, bottom of the 6th, no one on, 2 outs. They're trailing 2-1 in the Tropicana Field in Tampa. Seattle already won 1-0 over the Houston Astros. Those are the teams around the wild card, around up and down positioning. Baltimore, we host Baltimore coming up on Friday, but right now they're in Toronto. They beat Toronto Blue Jays last night. So Cole is at 101 pitches tonight. He's been dealing 11 strikeouts. You got bullpen action just in case. They're going to do it batter to batter. Loaizica, here's the pitch. Foul out of play from BJ Upton. 0-1 the count. So BJ with 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2 in this game. He's sitting at 17 home runs. So power. He could run into one. Here's the pitch. Ball. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. I appreciate you guys in the watch along with me here, with me and Z.
Sorry about that, man. My Wi-Fi is absolutely killing me today.
It's up and down the coast. Here's the pitch. Ball.
But I'm fighting through it.
2 balls and 1 strike. I appreciate you listening. Good Thursday morning in the Philippines for our Philippine friends. Catch the watch along with us. Here's the pitch. Here it comes. This ball is up in the air. It's going to stay in the park. To Gallo for the out. Now you could tell the difference on the power diminishing of Upton because usually he would hammer that out of the park. So it flies out to Rizzo, to Gallo, excuse me. I get those two always confused, those 2 paisans. So 1 out. Here comes Brandon March, the center fielder, aka Team Wolf.
AKA Duck Dynasty.
Pitch. In for a strike. That man needs a Manscaped sponsor. Brandon Marsh, 0 for 2. Grounded out and a strikeout. Or
That's
he'll
ruthless,
be on
man.
Head and Shoulders with. Here's a ball. Or Head and Shoulders with
Troy Polamalu and Pat Mahomes.
Troy Polamalu and Mahomes.
Patrick
That's not
Mahomes.
Am I frozen? I might be frozen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ball. But we're having little technical difficulties up and down the coast with the inclement weather. Zach, can you hear me, Zach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, because I am frozen on my end, but I can still translate in the strike. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. I do apologize if anyone is coming frozen and the screen is frozen.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're good. You're still loud and clear here. It's just my screen is
Yep, you are
frozen.
as
I'm
well.
just stuck looking
You are as
down
well.
on my end.
It's all right. It's all right. Whoa, full screen with me. What's going on, guys? What's going on, chat? Um, so it's 3-1 New York, 110 pitches with Cole, so full count, nobody on. The pitch to Marsh, the 3-2 is strike three, 2 outs. I'm not going to try to do the whistling because I'm not as good as Bronx Jedi at it, and I'm not going to pretend I am. So that's a strikeout for the caveman. He is down for the count, and looked like just a straight up, yeah, he just missed it. It was just a good pitch by Gerrit Cole. The outside, a little bit outside of the strike zone, getting him chase. 2 outs. Here comes Stassi, and it's an 0-2 count. I mean, he's 0 for 2 today. Not an 0-2 count. The first pitch is 0-1. It looks like a breaking ball that got the top right corner of the zone. He's 0 for 2 so far with a ground out and a strikeout. So we'll see. I mean, they got to get something going if they want to come to us. The next pitch is a breaking ball low and away for ball one. So Gerrit Cole's moving right along. Didn't think they'd let him get past 100 pitches, and he's at 113 right now. He's looking in intensely, takes a deep breath, starts to wind up. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball, middle cut, middle high, high in the middle of the strike zone for a strike, 1-2. And the velocity went to 97 there, so it's dropping from 199 just a little bit. It's amazing to throw that fast after 114 pitches. So here comes the 1-2, and close call. Called a ball, 2-2, right on the black of the strike zone outside, high and away, but right on that corner. K-zone called it a strike because it hits the corner of the strike zone. So, but this umpire's been inconsistent all day. Here comes the windup with the 2-2, and it is a check swing that did not hold up. Strike three, inning over. So hopefully we get Bronx Jedi back in here. Thank you, Casey. 022796 for the update that you're froze for Bronx Jedi. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Trying to hold the fort down here while Bronx Jedi works out his technical difficulties. So chat, if you're watching, please let me know if you can hear me. Running here on Bronx Sports Jedi's network. Please like and subscribe. Tap the bell. Comment. Run his stuff up. Help him grow. He's very, very good at what he does. So while we're at commercial break, a few thoughts for the game. It's pretty in hand so far. Like right now, we haven't really gave up the 1 run, but gotten out of trouble. Hopefully, we can add another insurance run and get the bullpen out there. Hopefully, the 8th inning is Loizaga, and in the 9th inning, Chapman or somebody. Chapman's been kind of inconsistent, but hopefully, he can get right today. So, big. While we're here, please don't forget. Like I said, to tell your friends, man, he deserves to grow. Bronx Jedi's getting there. Let's get my mission for this month and this week is to get Bronx Jedi to 1,000 subscribers. So please, guys, friends of mine, friends of the channel, share this with your friends. It ain't hard. It's free. You guys are getting good content from him every day, every sport. Just repay him by giving a like and subscribe. And so today, what are we thinking, chat? Let me know what's going to happen. You got some predictions? Are we winning this game? Are we going to blow it in the 9th? What's going on? Let me know, chat. So right now the TV is showing the Derek Jeter play from against the Oakland Athletics. The flip, where did Jeter come from? And then they're showing him going into the stands and busting his face up, and then showing one of the 5 championship celebrations. And of course, at the end of his career, who could forget the walk-off win against the Baltimore Orioles to seal it, to put the stamp on his Hall of Fame career. So the first, Aaron Judge is up. The first pitch is a slider, breaking ball away for strike 1 on the outside of the plate. Flirting around 300. He's hitting at 297. Let's see if we can get another hit and get up to 300 here. As Gerrit Cole looks on, here's the 0-1, fouled away. Another breaking ball, middle low. This low in the middle of the strike zone there. With Chiswick as the pitcher still. He's at 18 pitches, and it's 0-2. Aaron Judge had a walk today and a single. Looked pretty good. Not trying to force anything. He gets back into the batter's box. He's ready. Here comes the pitch, and almost hit him in the kneecap. Ball 1. So 1-2. Top of the 8th inning here. Like again, the Yankees up 3-1 on the Los Angeles Angels. Big game to end the West Coast trip. Hopefully, we can go back to the East Coast with a W here. And here's the pitch, and he fouls it off to the right side. Looked like a good job to fight that off there. It's like Gerrit Cole's having a moment with one of the guys in the bullpen. He seems pretty spent. Looks like he's done for the night. Here comes the 1-2. And here's a deep drive. It is high, it is far, and it is gone. Home run, Aaron Judge on a 1-2 count. Breaking ball. It was a cement mixer in the middle of the plate. He deposited into left center field. Believe that's home run number 28 number 30 on the season for the Bronx Bomber. Court is now in session. There's that insurance run that we needed. Top of the 8th here. That was the 7th hit of the game for the Yankees in the 4th run against Los Angeles' 1 run on 4 hits. So big time insurance run there. So Chiswick looked like he didn't have the right release on that weird sidearm throw on that slider, and it was a hanger in the middle. Judge got his arms extended. Nice follow through, kept his eyes on the baseball, and absolutely deposited that one into the bullpen in left center field. Now Voigt's up. He takes a strike, 0-1. 90-mile-an-hour sinker from Chiswick. 30th home run. It's the 2nd time in his career only due to injury. Of course, all Yankees fans know he was 52 home runs in his 2017 rookie campaign. The ALCS year, thanks to the trash can by the Houston Astros, the cheating. Probably should have been a World Series appearance, but that's neither here or there. Big time home run from Judge. Here it counts 0-2 to Luke Voigt. High 4-seamer, way out of the zone. It is 1-2. Look like they're trying to change Luke Voigt's eye level. It's a big time at bat here if you can get on base because there's no outs. Keep the pressure on this reliever. And another good take. It was a 89-mile-an-hour sinker that ended up around Luke Voigt's shin. Good take. Job to get out of the way of that thing. 2-2. Top of the 8th. Thanks for joining us over here at Bronx Sports Jedi's platform. Salute to him. Hopefully we can get his technical difficulties out of the way. The 2-2, and Luke Voigt puts a drive on this ball. This one's going, and it's dropped. Dropped by the caveman in center field. He was trying to battle the wall. Ends up being, it's not going to be a double. It should be an error, but that was a tougher play than you guys think. He's going to be on second with no out. Luke Voigt put a charge into that ball. Probably would have been a home run if he could get his arms extended, and he ended up, that was a tough play. That center fielder, the caveman, Duck Dynasty out there trying to battle the wall. And it looks like our leader, Bronx Jedi's back. So what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, I froze. It was the most weirdest thing. I tried to froze and it wouldn't reset. It wouldn't do anything.
It's all right. You're back now, man. That was weird doing it by myself.
No, but thank you for holding my channel down. Thank you so much. Thank you. I
Hopefully,
appreciate it.
I did what I could, man. Hopefully, it wasn't too terrible.
You actually got us a run, a Judge home run. You saw Cole strike out. And actually, I even didn't even take score. I stopped with the scorecard. I got to put a solo shot from the big man, his 30th home run. Voigt gave that a ride there. And it was a tough play by the center fielder. Maybe the sun had affected,
I
and
think he
he's
was
on
scared of hitting the wall as well.
that too. That too. But appreciate you holding it down, man. That was the weirdest thing that I had. I'm looking at my internet. I was about to reset the computer. Good thing I didn't because it would have just totally ended the stream. I toughed it
Actually,
out.
it wouldn't have, because back when I used to do the For the Love of the Game streams, that happened to me like twice. And I just refreshed and restarted the computer, and the stream stayed. I just had to come back and like you did.
Well, I guess if someone's on there, right? When I was by myself, it might have just totally turned off.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, man. I thank you
Hey,
so
man, I
much.
did what I could. I'll never live up to the Jedi, but I did what I could.
I know. It's a team effort, man. There's no I in team, man.
But
No I in
there's
team.
a me in that mother bleeper. Good words of Kobe Bryant.
I appreciate everyone in there hanging in there, listening and going through that. I hope you guys are safe and sound. And if you're in the northern part of the United States, good morning to those in the Philippines again, and good morning to Australia and everyone listening around wherever you're at in your YouTube, all the different platforms. The Orioles tied the Blue Jays 4-4. That's bottom of the fourth, top of the fourth inning. George Springer's on with a runner on second with one out. The Red Sox all even with the Tampa Bay Rays 2-2. Top of the seventh inning, they have runner on second with two outs. So that's a game we're keeping an eye as well. Boston not get swept and Yankees pick up a game back, and Oakland is holding on a 6-5 lead over Detroit. Top of the seventh inning, no outs, and we got a new pitcher, Jake Patrica. 3 games, a record on one, five earned run of a five, and a 1 and a 2 innings. So he has no experience, probably from the minors, just giving him a shot. So pretty much just coming in here, see what he's got. So look for the Yankees to feast on.
Yeah.
You got Boyd at second with no one out, and Gallo coming up.
Yep. And this is this kid's time to shine. Maybe he comes in, gets him out.
Ooh.
I like seeing stuff like this because you got a guy. It might just be just another inning to all of us, but for him, this could be his career. He could get them out, and he could get a job out of this. He could stay on the big league level. So best wishes
Doesn't
to him in his
doesn't
career.
look like overpowering. He threw a junk ball there. It might be just a contact pitcher. Here's a pitch, ground ball back to the pitcher. Good move. He dropped the ball. Runner got back. He was trying to go get the lead runner Voigt, but Voigt smartly came back. He dropped the ball. He had plenty of time to get Gallo for the first out. He kept calm, cool, even though despite dropping the ball there, the ball came right back in a heartbeat to him. Right, and he did a nice glove on it. He stopped it, and then he was going to fire the second. He had Voigt dead to rights, but he dropped the ball. He tried to hurry the play there, but he got the short out, so 1 out. Voigt still at second there.
And that was a good job by him to stare down Voigt and make sure he wasn't going to go, because then you keep the runner at second, and that way you need a base hit to score him instead of just a sacrifice fly or suicide squeeze or grounder to score him. It was actually a very smart move by the young guy.
Kyle Hagakioka gives it a ride to center and right to the center fielder for the second out. He hit the ball. He flied out center field. So that's two outs.
Right there, if he doesn't keep Voigt at bay and Voigt gets the third, then that's another run for the Yankees. So
Correct. That was a big importance for Gallo. He should have, he hit the ball, he made contact, but the pitcher made a good play there. Like you said, we gotta do those little things to manufacture, move the run over. Like you said, they could have attacked on an extra run there. Here's Roogie Odor. Roogie batting 1 for 3, had a single in the fourth, scored it on a run. Had a beautiful drag bunt through the Bermuda Triangle, like we call it, got on, and then scored on that run. So Roogie, the left-handed batter, the right-handed pitcher. Here comes the pitch. Look for Odor get a single here, in my opinion, and swing and a miss, and keep on adding run. Loizaga continues to warm up. That's like his third in a row that he's been warming up there. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring him in here. With Cole's had a beautiful outing, and they scored an extra run there. No need to continue to extend Cole. You got to get him ready for the stretch run here in September.
Yep. You gotta keep him fresh because he's pretty much the
Here's
only
the 0-1
guaranteed
pitch.
starter we got. So
Here it comes. Voit the runner on, and here comes. Swing and a miss. Got him with something down low. Change up low for a strike. 0-2. The quick it is the count. The 0-2 count. Rookie Odor. Here it comes. Here's the pitch. Low for ball. So 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs. Voit the runner on second. Do you know if they officially scored that a hit for Voit, or was that a E?
I was not paying attention because I was like trying to figure out how do I not screw up your stream. But I would have scored it an error, but I understand why it was a difficult play because he was trying to fight off the wall and
going
all
back
the
on
elements.
the play. Yeah, I wonder how the home cooking is going to officially score that. That ball's out of play. Odor. We still do the 1-2 count. Still remains. Yankees. Top of the 8th inning, extended their lead 4-1 on the solo shot by Judge, his 30th. Trying to break that losing streak and finish this 9-game road trip. Salvage this final game before they head home to Baltimore. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging. So 1 run, 2 hits. Did it hit, or let me see the official scoreboard?
Yeah, they called it a hit.
Okay. So
in what world is that a hit? I'm sorry, that's not a hit. That's an error.
Because it could be because he's going back and the sun and all that. Remember, home cooking.
Yeah,
that's why I said it was important to see how the home cooking was going to call that going forward. So on the BX Sports Jedi Network, Yankees got 6 more outs to go before they get a victory on this road trip. And we looks like Jonathan Loaizaga will be coming into the 8th inning, protecting a 3-run lead, and we'll see what we go from there. They need. I would love them to continue adding more runs in the top of the 9th coming up, and keep adding. You never have enough runs there.
Especially when Chapman's been shaky all year. Loaizaga's pretty much been the staple. I want to get your thoughts on that earlier, but I wanted to hold it for when possibly you'd see him. Yeah. How do you feel about maybe making Logo the closer going forward? Because I just don't feel Chapman has the same stuff he used to have.
We could be there. We might see that in the playoff game. I could see Boone holding Loaizaga and bringing him there. Or what I think the Yankees, personally, I think the formula they're going to use is the 96 model. And guys, I'm not saying that Loaizaga is Mariano Rivera, but that same kind of mold, Mariano remember Mariano used to pitch the 7th and 8th inning and handing over to Wetland, and we knew Wetland was right now what Chapman is. You will bite your fingernails, make it sweaty, dicey, but he'll get the job done. And I think that's where the Yankees are currently right now. As a comparison, just not the similarity, because I don't think Loaizaga has that Mariano Rivera stuff yet. But I can see the Yankees doing that maybe 7th and 8th or 8th, or maybe when the playoffs come, Green, comes in the 5th inning, and then followed by they just need another bridge gapper that they could trust from after Green to Loaizaga and then over to Chapman. I think that's the formula they're going to use in the playoffs. Unfortunately, we got to still continue to use Chapman as a closer. But if Chapman fails let's say they win the wild card and they get into a long series, divisional or even the American League Championship, and he fails on save opportunity, I could see Boone making a different play and using Loaizaga to close. But as of now, I still think Chapman will continue to close the 9th inning. I know it doesn't appease Yankee fans, but I see that's how it's going to go. So Loaizaga is the pitcher.
I agree, but I meant the future, next year, the year after. I could see him becoming the closer.
I guess, yeah. That coming forward, yes. Salute to Alex. Alex Coquito always chiming in, and vice versa. always back and forth on our program, support one another, and bringing some good insights. And I appreciate you here, bro. Thank you for writing in the chat. Thank you for coming on. Definitely hit and like and subscribe. Check out news in Puerto Rico. He's out there grinding and doing getting us all the informative stuff. And I personally appreciate him. And I'm thankful that he's part of the program. Always comes in and says hello.
Salute, Alex. Good to see you here.
Salud, Kanishwa, salud, ¿cómo está? That's how he always opens his program, different languages, a man of multi languages, and says hello to everyone in all different languages. I love the opening of his program.
A much smarter man than I.
So we appreciate Alex. So here's the pitch. Quickly one out. I apologize for not giving Odell ground out. Here's Mayfield. Mayfield's 1 for 2. The 0-1 count. And ground ball to Loizaga. He should have got it. Fields, fires, quickly 2 outs. That's also good. You want to keep his pitch count low. Like you said, maybe they'll stay away from Chapman tonight and go 2 innings with him.
That'd be the smart move, especially with the day off tomorrow, like you said earlier. You know, Loizaga gets rest in case we need him.
Especially if you have a low pitch count. If he gets out of this, under 10 pitches, I'll be tempted to just let him try to get this closeout. Here's David Fletcher, who's 2 for 3 with a single, double, and RBI.
Watch him get out of it this pitch.
I hope so. I hope from your lips to God's ears. Loizaga, the right-hander, the pride of Nicaragua. Here's the pitch. In there for a call strike. The young right-hander with his new stance where he ducks down and looks, trying to intimidate. Here's the 0-1. Here it comes. Just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that play by Loizaga, chat, for the people listening and they're going to listen to this on the replay, I can't stress enough how hard it is to come off the mound to get a ground ball and then make a nice throw to the first base. It's a lot harder than people think it is. They make it look so easy at the major league level.
Yeah, you see that always throw in the right field in the younger leagues, in Little League. And here's the ball up in the air. This should do it. Fly ball to Gallo. So the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. So we'll go to the 9th inning where the Yankees up 4-1, trying to break this losing streak and trying to add to this lead right now on the BX Sports Jedi Network watch along with myself and Z. We're trying to salvage this game there. Coming up for the Yankees, you got Andrew Velasquez, Brett the Hitman Gardner, and DJ the Machine LeMahieu coming up. Anyone gets on is Anthony Cannoli Rizzo.
And you nailed it right on the head there. He got out of that inning with less than 10 pitches. So Don't be surprised if we do not see Chapman warming up in the top of the 9th.
Or you could have him warming and just hold and just in case, especially with if they're going a non-save situation, because I think he does get credited for the save. Even the Yankees tacking runs. I might be off with the way they officially scored the save. I know if you go 3 innings on a big lead, you get a save for pitching 3 innings. But I think if you get an inning, you start the 9th, even regardless of the score, you still eligible for a save.
I think it has to be 4 runs and under.
No, it's but if you start the 8th inning on a close game and you come back for the 9th, and this is the Yankees tacked on more runs, and it's and he's the pitcher closing it out, I think he's still eligible for the save.
Oh, you're talking about Loizaga getting
Loizaga.
Chapman.
No. Chapman is 4 runs or if you come in new pitcher, it's 4 runs or less. But if you go, let's say the Yankees extend it to 5-6 runs and out of hand, Loizaga comes and gets the final 3 outs, he's still credited for the save. That's why I wanted to bring that up.
Yep, I don't care how it happens or how it's scored. We just need a win.
We need a win. The chat. Jerome was in the building a little early. I don't know if he still probably went to work today. Still early there. Brandon was in the building. Casey, always there listening and always supporting. I thank you guys. I haven't seen Robert Parr, but we know he's on vacation. So salute. We know he's there. Alex Poquito always coming in, chiming in there.
We didn't grant him vacation from the platform. He's allowed to be his vacation, but he's not going vacation from the platform.
He could take it. He well deserved. He's out there, absolutely, man. He's on with drinking a pina colada or mai tai or Bahama Mama. I wish I was drinking a Bahama Mama right now. Ooh, it feels fresh in there for a ball, especially from the Bahamas, man. I don't see my friend Chester though. Chester from the Bahamas. He's not in here today, but he usually sticks around. He'll probably come in there when once the eighth, ninth inning comes around. Chapman is warming up, by the way. My friend from the Bahamas. You guys, if you ever go to Bahamas, you gotta no just because the drink is named after them. No, those mixologists in the Bahamas, they really prideful with their Bahama mamas. Ooh, the best.
And now, with the only line of thinking I can think of with Boone wasting an inning with Chapman is because we're up 3 against a team that hasn't really done a whole lot. So, you put Chapman in there to see if he can get his confidence right for the homestand.
Right, and Velasquez 2 for 1, and then but the thing is, you got the top of the lineup. You got Otani, you got number 2 hitter Phil. This when we get the ground ball. Velasquez, Fields, fires, first out. You got Gosselin, and also got Walsh. So a few lefties in there. Maybe they'll bring the lefty in there, but we shall see. We shall see. So Velasquez finished 0 for 4. Maybe he's starting to feel the pressure now that Gleyber Torres is coming up. Could he feel pressure not hitting and putting pressure on him? But
Or
he probably needs a day off. Yeah,
could
go
just
ahead.
be a slump. It could just be a slump because he was doing so well. Come back down to earth a little bit since he still is learning how to play at the big league level. Could just be going through a trial, but I really like Velasquez as a shortstop of the future.
And they also have Anthony Voltaire, if I'm not if I'm saying his name, Valot, from down in the minors, a shortstop coming up in the pipelines. The Yankees got a lot of opportunity, a lot of young men promising down the line at shortstop. So it'll be interesting to see they move Gleyber Torres to second. They were talking about, I saw in the post, third maybe, but Gleyber looks like a natural second baseman. We have the Mayhew, so it's a pickle there. We shall see. Unfortunately, the unfortunate news: Shella will be having an MRI tomorrow on his wrist. Here's Garner, fly ball deep to center field. He's going back. It's going to stay in the ballpark at the warning track. He makes the catch. So the second out. He fly to the center fielder. Here comes LeMahieu. DJ is 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Came around score with a run. Thank you for joining me this evening, myself and Z. We appreciate you giving us your time here in the DX Sports Jedi Watch Along and Facebook, YouTube channel, and Twitter. Appreciate it. Here's the DJ LeMahieu. Here it comes. In there for a strike, 98, 93 miles per hour. Now he throws that again or later in the count. That ball is going to get crushed to right field on a double or a single, in my opinion.
No doubt.
That's a pitch LeMahieu handles with ease. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he knows that. That's why he just threw it inside to try to back him up.
Great point there. That's when you have good baseball eyes on there bringing this in. Here's the pitch. Down low. Trying to change the eye level in and out on LeMahieu there. So 2 balls and 1 strike. That was meant to be done on purpose. And here's the pitch. Here it comes. Down low. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. LeMahieu has a very good eye at the plate. Don't be surprised if he gets on base again with another base on ball. Loizica in the bullpen. Chapman dealing. It looks like they are going to go to Chapman in the ninth. So 3-1 pitch. Here's something good to smash. No, ground ball to short. This should get in time. Inside retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the ninth, bottom of the ninth inning. The Yankees up 4-1. Aroldis Chapman ready to come in for the save. You got Shohei Ohtani, you got Phil Golson, and you have Gerrit Walsh, and anyone gets on base, Justin Upton. So, Zach, what are you a little bit nervous? Chapman coming in, or you're calm, cool, and collected?
I'm calm, cool, and collected. I would have liked to stick with Loizaga, but again, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So you need to get Chapman's confidence up. You need to get him going. This lineup hasn't really done a whole lot. And I like the lefty on lefty crime with Ohtani, jamming him inside with fastballs because you saw that's what got him out. This whole game was fastballs. So Chapman still has a dynamic fastball. And you take your chances and you live with it. Just, remember if the bases are empty and Ohtani's there, go after him. Don't screw with him because solo home runs not killing you in this stage of the game. So you go after him, you try to get him out. If he does damage, he does damage. Just make sure there's no runners on base.
I second that. Good point. That's why it's good to have another perspective, a baseball mind speak that knows the game of baseball, and I appreciate it. And just let everyone hear that, and see that, and we try to covers the nuts and balls from A to Z. No pun intended to my friends in AZ media. Of every angle of the game of baseball, and especially tonight's game of Yankee baseball, covering it from all angles, from our opinion, and also with the facts of the game of baseball. Baseball hasn't changed since it's been invented over 100 plus years.
They try to change it. That's for damn sure. They try to change.
They're showing the drive of the game.
We're at a commercial breaks. Sorry, question for you.
Yes.
In regards to that, made me remind of it. Are you as angered as I am by the extra inning rule?
It hasn't bothered me too much because it makes the game go quicker. Yes, I know the ghost runners. It's kind of novelty act, but it's okay. I warmed up to it. I'm okay with it because it's gonna makes the game. You get just gotta really a lot of times is if you could get your guy out, if you got the runner on second and you somehow get out of that inning, you're gonna win that game because all you gotta and that makes the emphasis on playing smart small ball again. You gotta run on second. You want to get on there. Hey, my main man, CT. What's up, my main man? Streets are buzzing. Yes, indeed. The Knicks are buzzing. The Yankees might be buzzing in a minute here if they win this victory. For all the Chapman coming in there, no pun intended. I know it's trademark, my main man, CT.
You
But
owe
salute.
CT $5,000. I'm his
Yes,
lawyer.
I owe you a
You owe him
couple of dollars, yeah, a couple
$5,000.
of shekels. But Yankees are buzzing. There you go, CT. And good Thursday afternoon or morning over there in Australia. I appreciate that. We're coming on here and writing in the chat. I appreciate you blessing the program. Here's Shohei Ohtani, and check out his program. I was on one of his inaugural program, and I had fun with him there. Hopefully, I'll be back on if he has me, and I definitely would love to continue working with CT on this program. Here's Ohtani. Low ball low, just missed on the low on the knees. Shohei, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's got the hat trick going on. Can he get the golden sombrero? Here's Chapman, the lefty, the Cuban missile. Here it comes. This ball's popped up, so he won't strike out. He won't get the golden sombrero. LeMahieu's calling everyone off, and he makes the catch. So the first out of the inning is retired to LeMahieu, popped up to LeMahieu for 1 out. Big out. You don't want to give them a hope of life or open the door thinking that they could be a rally here, and especially if you get that big dog there, Shohei Ohtani, for the first out. So Ohtani 0 for 5, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and a fly pop up to second base.
Chapman looks cool, calm, and collected today.
Now, I always said when I called it, if Chapman ain't sweating, he ain't trying, he ain't pitching, but he ain't got that sweat yet. So
sometimes that can be a good thing, though. He's calm. Seems to be hitting.
He hit 100 miles an hour right there to Phil Gosson, right down the middle, 100 miles an hour. So you like when you see that, when you see the triple digits from Aroldis Chapman.
I remember when he used to throw 104.
I remember those days, yes. Long from those days, but it's still effective. Gosson, 0 for 3, also with 3 strikeouts too. Also have a golden sombrero. Foul out of play. Kenny looked actually for the hat trick. He's trying to get him the golden sombrero. I'm prematurely wishing a golden sombrero on him.
It's amazing that Chapman, everybody can say he's past his prime and doesn't throw hard anymore. Like, he could probably sit there to himself and be like, I don't throw hard anymore. And he's still hitting 100 miles an hour. Uh-oh.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Kyle Higashioka. There's his play. There's going to throw. In time, he gets 0 for 3. The golden sombrero is in there with style.
Where's your whistle? And I also, when you were gone, when you were froze, I there was a strikeout, and I refused to whistle because I wasn't going to do it. I said, I'm not going to whistle. I can't do it like Brian. I said, I can't do it like him. I'm not even going to try. Yeah, that's a play right there that Sanchez doesn't make. That's a play Sanchez doesn't make. He'll lazily lollygag to the ball and not even throw it. That's where Higashioka comes in. That makes him effective.
Anaheim is down to their final out with Gerrit Walsh. I can see that. And lefty on lefty. Surprised they didn't want to go for a pinch hitter here, although Walsh is their number 3 hitter. The Yankees lead 4-1 with the Anaheim Angels to the final out, trying to win this game, trying to salvage the final game in Anaheim and finish off this road trip, this West Coast road trip, before heading to the Bronx Friday evening against Baltimore. Here's the pitch. Wow, out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Let me look around. Anything important right now? Still tied, top of the ninth inning. Boston and Tampa tied at 2-2. Kansas City up 3-2 over Cleveland. Cleveland is 10 games out of the wild card. That's top of the 7th. You also have Baltimore all even with Toronto, bottom of the 8th inning, and Oakland still holding on to Detroit takes a 7-6 lead in top of the 8th inning, so that helps the Yankees here. And here's the pitch from Chapman, the 1-1, swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels down to their final strike. And definitely, of course, I'm going to put this here because that's what it is. The Yankees are buzzing. Yes, indeed. Bring that luck on here. And go the Yankee fans rise to their feet here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Aroldis Chapman. Here it comes. Foul, out of play, spoiled it. 101 miles an hour. We'll do it again. You see some of the fans exiting the game. They know already what's the writing on the wall. The Angel fans, they're going to beat that traffic, that Los Angeles freeway traffic.
They're not beating it. They're going to cause it.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankee fans in attendance on their feet, clapping with the phones out, trying to get Cuban Missile to get this final strikeout. Here's the 1-2 pitch, is on its way. Chapman holding, delivery. Here it comes. Outside. So it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees trying to close this out with the Cuban Missile, Aroldis Chapman. Setting the pitch away, trying to see if it was going to expand the strike zone, see if it was swinging a miss. So 1-2 pitch. What will Chapman throw here? His fastball's on point all game. Here comes the pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball to Velasquez. This should do it. Here's Velasquez field. Fire throws. In time. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
I love the sound effects.
So I'm glad the Yankees snapped this. I'm glad we've got the watch along. The Yankees got the victory. They win 4-1. Cole improves his record. The Yankees now head home to the Baltimore Orioles, underbelly part of their schedule. They just cannot lay an egg at home. They have to come out there, full force, and continue to winning and beating the teams they're supposed to be. So good. All in all, good road trip. It's, the fact the last 3 games was a hiccup. 4 games actually with Oakland and the 2 here in Anaheim. The 4-game losing streak is snapped. But over and all, it started well in Atlanta. The 2 games in Oakland, the first 2 games, and now the final there. So you come back home. You the trusty confines of Yankee Stadium, and now it's September baseball, and we shall see how this wraps up there. So the Yankees win. Zach, give me the last few things before we say goodbye and call this evening a conclusion.
Well, I just wanted to say that I wasn't too impressed with Shohei Ohtani today. I was expecting to see a showing. Win or lose, I mean, I'm a fan, so of course I want the Yankees to win, but I also want to see a good game. I want to see guys play well. And Ohtani didn't impress me. Of course, he's impressive. He can pitch the lights out of the ball. He can hit the cover off the ball. But I want to just bring this discussion up before we go. It doesn't have to be long. Just hear your take on it.
Okay.
And it's the same thing with Mike Trout. How in the world can you win MVP when you're a sub 500 ball club? It's no disrespect to Shohei, but baseball's an ultimate team sport. I get it. You need all 9 guys on a string to win. But how can you be that great? Like, I get he's great, but how can you be considered the MVP? If your team's under 500 and it's been a disappointment the whole time Trout and Ohtani have been there. Trout has not made the playoffs one time. And so Ohtani hasn't either. Aaron Judge, in my opinion, should get more votes because his team completely resurged when it mattered most, and they're going to end up making the playoffs. Or it could be anybody else in the league, that did something like that. But you know what I mean? I want to
Yeah,
hear
no,
your take on
I
that.
agree. My take is I'm with you there. Most valuable player right now, Aaron Judge is taking his team right now and carrying and pinning them on his back, being an impact and making his teammates better. And he's the most valuable player of the league because he's valuable to the New York Yankees. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, they're stacked and they have all these players there." But you know what? That's he's making, but he's still producing. He's still making the numbers, despite the fact that he has that. And Shohei Ohtani, you know, I personally, from the beginning, I'm a little bit biased because I'm going to say he's a novelty act, and I hate to say it. I'm not going to say you crazy. He's got all these numbers. He's something different, but to me, he's still a novelty act because he can pitch, he can hit, but his impact on the Angels is you got it's nothing because he they're just barely under 500. They got and they can say they have a great manager in Joe Madden. They have the second best player in the major leagues in Mike Trout because I think he dropped down a little bit due to injuries and so forth. Then you got the third best player striving to be the first best player in Ohtani, supposedly, but I think it's more of a novelty act with Shohei Ohtani, in my opinion. I mean, I might be a little bit Yankee biased. Yeah, I'm going to put full disclosure on that, but that's my opinion is why should he win the MVP? The team is under 500. They don't even sniff playoffs. They haven't even reached second place in their division all season long. They have been trailing, trailing, and trailing. So how could you as writers show Ohtani the MVP? You got Aaron Judge. You could even pick someone out of Houston that's having a good year. I don't have my numbers in front to I'm just going by someone in Tampa Bay Rays, something's going, so not all, I understand not all the time the first place team wins because they're a team, but sometimes there's a player. You take one player out of those first place teams out of the game, out of that team right now, they will not be there, and they're causing that impact, and that's what the name says most valuable player comes from. So I think we have to really consider that to where the records were, where you fell off with the team, and how much of an impact you caused your team to receive a first place vote, in my opinion, for MVP.
And you can't sit there and say like I get that people could say that the Yankees are or like other teams, not even just the Yankees, but other teams are stacked or have a good cast. For Trout, for example, the argument was that this whole career, well, he had Albert Pujols, who was still effective. He has Shohei Ohtani. He had they have Anthony Rendon when like are there any of those type of players on our team like an Anthony Rendon when healthy, but to go alongside Aaron Judge? I don't think so. Or a Mike Trout to go alongside Aaron Judge? I don't think so. We have great players, but I don't think there's a Mike Trout on this team. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's like it's a disservice to Shohei Ohtani because he needs a better team. They need better pitching. Blah blah blah. But I just can't call me a traditionalist. I can't have the MVP of the league being on a sub 500 team.
No, and he's got good power numbers
He's on.
and RBIs, but the batting average isn't really there to really like. Right now, he's like the darling of the MVP. Like he's gonna win the MVP hands down. But why? Here you got Judge, who just got his 30th home run, batting close to 300, about almost the same amount of RBIs, a high impact for his team, and not only that, he plays good defensive. He's playing on the outfield. I understand they say, "Oh, Tony pitches and he plays designated hitter." Okay, but Aaron Judge is out there in the outfield. He has a rifle for a good defensive outfielder. That now they moved him to center, and he's playing multiple outfield position with a strong arm.
He's
On
played
base
the whole
percentage,
outfield this year.
right, the whole outfield. Correct. Thank you for correcting on that. Absolutely. And then he has an impact on his team. Just the lineup, he's has an impact. He creates and he takes advantage of his lineup and produces and kept taking the team on his back on a hot streak. How could you not consider him either one or two for that MVP? If you want to still give votes to Shohei, I'm not saying not to, but you have to consider that into consideration. Him getting that nod over Shohei for that reason, as a better record and so forth. And let's say Judge finishes with 35, 37 home runs this season, and Shohei stays at 47, or he's right now he's at 43 if I'm not mistaken. But let's say he gets at 47, and the team is, it's they're out. They're done. They're already thinking next year, and they're done. That's it. Anaheim, but the Yankees have aspiration in a pennant, in a wild card race. Let me get that corrected, and a playoff positioning, and they still impactful at bats, and you got to consider him as an MVP candidate, and that's because we're Yankee biased and we have our Yankee homerism or whatever the case is. But I always say also look at someone in Houston, look someone in not just Houston but also in Chicago. Someone's having a great year there as well that might get consideration, and Tim Anderson,
Yeah.
so forth.
Johan Moncada,
Yeah,
Abreu, and it's just, and Shohei is unlike anything we've ever seen. I say that because Babe Ruth is before all of our time. But this guy is literally 8-1 with a sub-3 ERA and hits 40-something home runs. I mean, you haven't seen anything like it.
right.
He should get MVP. But my thing is, being a traditionalist, it shouldn't be given to him because of his team. I don't want to make a mistake. Like, obviously, he's the best player in baseball as far as two-way is concerned. We've never seen anybody that can dominate the mound and with the bat like this in our era. So that's why I say he's the best two-way player in the game. But you can't give it to him. You can't.
Well, also with the pitching, we saw him in Yankee Stadium. He stunked it up. I don't see maybe because, and here's the thing. I'm all full total transparent. I don't watch any of the Anaheim games unless they play like this 7 o'clock or they're at Yankee Stadium. But when it's late at night, I'm not gonna watch Anaheim Angel games at all. I'm not familiar with him. I only see what ESPN or Quick Pitch wants to show us, the highlights and pom poms. But when I see him personally, I don't see the big wow factor with him.
And you know what it is? You know what it could be? You ever notice that every single prime time game he plays, he lays an egg?
Exactly.
Every time he's in a prime time slate, and I get this was just a regular old Wednesday night game, but it's against the Yankees. It's prime time. The Yankees have a fan base that follows and watches religiously, and he stunk it up. I wonder if that's part of it.
It could be that.
I'll let you get off there, man.
All right, cool. Definitely. I appreciate. Hey, Zach, I want to thank you 1,000%. I know we're gonna. Hey, watch for our football program coming up shortly. Hit that notification and that bell and like, and then especially notifications when we do it. I will definitely promote it. It's gonna come pretty soon. NFL season starts in a week, 10 days, 12, 10, 11 days roughly. And we want to break down, what different teams, especially the teams that we both love, and they're all totally different teams, but we want to talk about each team that we love and follow the upcoming season around the league as well, because we're not going to be just stale and centric with just one team. We want to talk about multiple teams and give you priorities and give you, that we know different teams. We want to, because everyone's different. Not everybody likes the same team. And you want to be variety. You want to talk about everybody, a little bit of everything. So watch for our football program. Watch for our breakdown in the NFL, the schedules, or any news or notes. There's been a lot of moves, but we're waiting for the dust to settle before we give you all the transaction and stuff, and also put together our production with our program. So from me from Zach and myself, thank you everyone watching. Hit that like and subscribe. We'll see you Friday for Yankees back home against the Orioles. And we'll put our closing with a little Frank Sinatra, and we'll see you next time on the BX Watch Along Sports Network. And we appreciate everybody with it. And let Frankie sing the song and get us out of here, man.